Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei Was Betrayed Got Experimented and Became Hallow's Shinigami movie. Before we start, please go support CarlosManuelMamaniQu for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. Despised and humiliated by his family, banished by his grandmother, hated at school and by the entire supernatural world, Issei will change to become the best version of himself. Chapter 1: Abandonment. It was a rainy night in the human world. In a mansion, a child with a backpack was seen crying without a shirt in the rain. Issei, Grandma, please. Tsumaji, get out of here now, you'll only bring misfortune to my family. Issei, please Grandma, I beg you, I have nowhere to go. Tsumaji, that's not my problem, get out now. Issei, Mom, Dad, please. Asami, your grandmother already told you to leave, so go. Goro, I don't know how I had a son like you, you bring shame to the family name, get out before I release the dogs. Issei left the mansion crying and cold from the rain. Tsumaji, finally I'm left. Then a child just like Issei arrives. Tsumaji, my little Kotaru, let's go inside, he might get sick. Kotaru, yes, Grandma. Everyone went in. With Issei. He walked in the rain, cold and scared since he didn't know where to go. Issei, where am I going now? Issei walked until he reached the center where everyone thought he was a street kid, so he walked away, or they yelled at him to leave until a woman spoke to him. Woman, hey kid, what are you doing here? You might get sick. Issei, I have nowhere to go. The woman smiled maliciously. Woman, really, don't you want to go to my house so you can dry off and sleep for a while? Issei, yes please. Naomi, my name is Naomi, by the way, let's go. Issei followed Naomi to an alley. Issei, do you live around here? Naomi, of course not, I just wanted to bring you here so some friends could take you. At that Issei was grabbed and carried. Issei, please don't let go of me. Naomi, take me away, the boss will surely pay well. Issei, where are you taking me? Issei was put in a van and taken away from the city. Issei, where are you taking me? Kidnapper, shut up, the boss will tell you what to do with you. Issei was taken to an area in the forest where there was a plane that would take him away from Japan with other children. Time skips 6 hours later. Issei, where am I? Kidnapper, get off now, hurry up. Issei and the other children were taken down by blows. When their blindfolds were removed. But look, we have some good merchandise here, my name is Yoichi, put them in the laboratory. The frightened children tried to fleece, but the kidnappers put them in capsules in the laboratory. Yoichi, you will wonder why they brought them where they are. The first one brought them because they will be part of my experiment to form the next generation of superhumans stronger than the supernaturals, and regarding where they are in a secret militarized base far from the world in the ocean, indicated on an island that cannot be detected by anyone here. No one will find them, so it is for fun that they scream or try to ask for help. They will never succeed. Well, begin the test. The capsule began to fill with a red gas. Issei fell asleep after smelling the gas. When he woke up, he saw how he was still in the capsule. Yoichi, why doesn't he sleep? Scientist, sir is more resistant. Yoichi, then apply more. The children's cells must adapt to the gas. Issei's capsule filled with gas again, suffocating him. Issei, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. Yoichi, what's happening? Scientist, the gas entered, it is transforming his cells, but it will hurt him, he is not asleep. Issei, Yoichi, continue with the experiment. Issei's POV. Only days passed, but for me it felt like an eternity. At that moment, I didn't know that what had happened was just a little pain for what would come next. End of POV. Time skip 3 weeks. Yoichi, how are we doing? Scientist, sir, several of the children have died, their bodies could not withstand the change and exploded. In the capsules they saw everything covered in blood. Yoichi, what about him? Scientist, for now the gas has transformed his cells without complications, he has completely adapted to it. Yoichi, then we have him. Scientist, not yet, sir. Yoichi, start phase 2. Scientist, sir, we can't. Yoichi, do it, it's an order. If the others are progressing too, put them in phase 2. The scientist took Issei to a room with a stretcher. Scientist, tie him up, we're going to inject him with the plagues and transform his nervous system so he can be controlled. Scientist 2, injecting anesthesia. Scientist, there won't be time without it. Scientist 2, sir, but... Scientist, I said there's no time, let's start now. The scientist opened Issei's brain as he screamed in pain. Scientist, I'll put this over here and be careful with the main nerve, if you touch it will die. When they finished operating on the brain they closed it. Scientist 2, now what do we do, sir? Scientist, if the plagues we inject him with work, the scar on his brain will heal immediately. The scientists began to inject him with the plagues. Issei's entire body began to convulse and a white mass began to come out of his mouth. He began to manifest horns and his entire body began to bleed. Issei, AAA. Scientist 2, sir, what is this? Scientist, it's the plagues if your body is succumbing to the power. Out of nowhere the entire white mask disappeared and the scar was no longer there, as if he had never been operated on. Yoichi, well done, phase 2 complete, and if everything went as we wanted there would be no reason for him to die in phase 3. Issei was grabbed and thrown into the capsule. Issei, mind, why are you doing this to me? I didn't do anything. Issei fell asleep in the cold capsule. Issei's POV. Months went by and what for them was training for me was torture. They did all kinds of different things. They made me cut off my limbs, even if it hurt, they would grow back in a matter of minutes. They would beat me, burn me alive, cut off my head, pierce my heart, and no matter how much pain I felt, I couldn't die. End of POV. Time skip 8 months. Issei was being tortured until finally. Yoichi, well, we finished phase 3 and he's still alive, that's amazing, that's all we're looking for. Now comes the most important part, make him work for us and follow our orders, Dr. Press it. The scientist pressed a button and smoke began to come out of Issei's capsule. When it dissipated, instead of Issei there was a monster. Yoichi, open the capsule and give him weapons and a sword. The monster walked to the armory where he was equipped with a katana, a suit and 2 pistols. Yoichi, send him to Russia, there are 2 people trying to talk about us. The scientists put Issei on a plane and he quickly left for Russia. Upon arrival they were on top of a 15-story building. Scientist, releasing Vastolord project. Issei fell on top of the building and broke the roof, falling 3 floors down. When he fell, all those inside were policemen. Yoichi, well, record everything today being exactly 8:28 at night. The Vastolord project has been initiated at 100%. Police, who are you? Identify yourself. Issei said nothing and pierced his chest and head. The other policemen began to shoot at him, but Issei only pierced them. After 2 minutes there was no one left alive except the witness's witness. No, don't kill me, I won't say anything. Issei pierced his chest. Witness 2, Yoichi, let me go back, I won't say anything. Issei cut off his head. Scientist, it's done, sir, the project is coming back. Yoichi, good, we did it without fail. Gentlemen, how are the others doing? Scientist, only 1 survivor, sir. Yoichi, put her in the project too. Issei's POV. Even more months passed. I honestly had lost track of time. They used my body only to kill those who got in their way. They even made her kill dragons and supernatural creatures without being able to object. Only when they locked me up can I be a child. Orihime Inoue did the same thing to her as to me. She's a monster like me, but at least we can be together. Her parents had abandoned her. Her brother passed away. Sometimes I think we'll never get out of here. End of POV. Time skip 2 years. Yoichi, send the Vastolord. When Issei went on the mission and came back, Issei told Inoue. Issei, let's escape. Inoue, how? Issei, I've been looking into how to do it. We can go through the ventilation ducts, we can break the capsules easily and escape. Inoue, tonight. Issei, yes. When night fell, the entire laboratory was empty except for the capsules where Issei and Inoue were. Issei, it's time. Issei made a hole in the capsule and came out. Inoue did the same. They were in the ventilation duct. Issei, we're close. The exit is 2 minutes away. They continued crawling through the ventilation duct until they came out, but when they went down they saw several mercenaries and Yoichi. Yoichi, seriously, they thought they could escape easily. Ha ha ha, how stupid they are my property. Issei kicked a mercenary, making him fly. Issei, Inoue, run, I will hold them back. Issei stayed to face the mercenaries. Yoichi, do you really think I was going to let him escape? If he doesn't stay, it's simple, he's no use to me, and since he's no use to me, he should die. Inoue's chest exploded, which ripped her chest open. Inoue to Issei. Inoue fell to the floor dead. Issei, I know ye. Issei was crying on the ground. Yoichi, take him to the prison. Issei was on the ground with his head covered until. Issei, I'll kill you all. Yoichi, what are you babbling about? A mercenary was about to record him, but Issei split him in half. Quickly his monstrous form came out. Issei began to kill all the mercenaries while Yoichi escaped to lock himself in his laboratory. Issei, Dianinen. Issei killed everything that moved mercilessly and with empty eyes. Issei continued and continued until he reached the laboratory. Yoichi, how is it possible that I changed your neurons, restructure your entire nervous system so that you serve me? Then why don't you do what I tell you? Issei cut off one of his arms. Yoichi, aaa. Issei cut off his other arm and then cut off his leg and then cut his tongue. Issei, you killed the only person who really loved me. Issei ended up cutting off his other leg. Issei, we'll see you in hell for your torture. Issei finally cuts off his head. Issei had disappeared his vast lord form and fell to his knees on the ground crying. Issei, Inoue, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, I'm sorry, forgive me, I know ye. Issei fell to the ground unconscious. Chapter 2, Live Your Life. Issei was waking up in the laboratory, and sees how everything was covered in blood and bodies everywhere. Issei walked to where Inoue's body was and carried her to take her to the laboratory. When he left her on the stretcher, the machine reconstructed her body. Issei carried her and left her in a capsule. Issei began to review the data and everything that Yoichi had left. Issei, plagues, magic, regeneration, immunity to pain. I'm not sorry, that's why after the torture I no longer felt anything. Here it says spiritual energy, I better take all this. Issei saved everything in a USB. Issei walked to Inoue's capsule, and when he took it out of there he saw a note in his pocket. Issei grabbed it and began to read it. Inoue, dear Issei, I didn't tell you because I still had faith that I could escape, but they put a bomb in my heart in case I tried to escape. They were going to do the same with you if for some reason we didn't manage to escape. Don't feel guilty, no one should live what we have lived. If you could escape, try to prevent other children from going through what we have been through. These last 2 years were horrible, but thanks to you I was able to know happiness. I thank you, Issei. I hope you can live a life without regrets, and that you are very happy. Live your life. Issei shed a few tears. Issei picked up Inoue and carried her to start flying. Issei looked at the entire laboratory. Issei, it's a promise, I will destroy anyone who is like you. Issei charged an energy in his finger, which destroyed the entire island and left it non-existent. Issei flew around the world with Inoue carried in his arms when Issei finally descended into a tower. Issei, beautiful view. Inoue. Issei goes down and begins to dig a grave. Issei, when he finished, put Inoue's body there. He put several flowers on top. He prayed for her and closed the grave. Outside he put a tombstone with the name and the phrase, "Here remains the strongest woman in the world." Issei cried for a while and went down to the city. When he walked he saw several children with their parents until he saw a girl who was going to be run over. "Sir, Rukia." Issei moved quickly and pulled her out. Everyone saw what Issei had done and applauded him. "Issei, you're okay." Rukia, "Yes, thank you." Issei, "Don't worry, be more careful." Just then her dad and mom come running in. Ruki, Dad, Mom. Rukia hugged them crying. "Lord boy, thank you for your help, let us give you Issei, I'm fine like this, I must go now, thank you. Lord, my name is Byakuya Kichiki, this is my wife Hisana Kichiki and my daughter Rukia Kichiki, what is your name? Issei, just Issei. Issei continued walking and left from there. Issei, I'm going to need to get money, the fastest way would be to work as a porter, but it would be short term, what if? Issei walked towards a huge door. Guard, what do you want here, kid? Issei, I want to enlist. Guard, don't play kid, you still have a lot to do, better go study. Issei, I have nowhere to go, I have no family, that's why I want to enlist. General, let him pass. Guard, General. The guards who had greeted. General, rest. General, let him pass, follow me kid, let's see what you got. Issei entered and saw several soldiers. General, well brat, my name is Alexandrov Grigorovich, I am Japanese but my parents are of Russian descent, I want you to take these tests, if you can do it, and impress me I will let you enlist. Issei, yes sir. Issei got to the starting line. Commander, are you sure about this, sir? General, Commander, I almost never get the impression that someone is good or not, but this kid has something that intrigues me, that's why I want to see how far he goes. Issei was at the starting line. General, start. Issei runs and overcomes the obstacles easily and quickly. Commander, not possible. General, look at the kid run. Issei overcame the obstacles and the test in record time. General, let's continue with the next weapons test. Issei saw various weapons and grabbed 2 pistols. The test dummies began to come out. Issei, without wasting time, began to shoot everyone in the head. When he finished, all the dummies had a hole in the temple. All the soldiers were more than surprised. General, I didn't tell you. Commander, kid, come back. Issei came back. General, well done kid, I admit you surprised me, welcome to the military force of Japan. Issei, thank you sir. General, your service is only 3 years, how old you have by the way? Issei, I am 12 sir. General, well don't worry, no one here will judge you by your past but by your present, tomorrow your service begins, I will not accept laziness. Issei, yes sir. Time skip 1 year. Issei had learned quickly and was already being sent on missions. Of course they falsified his age so he could go this year too. Issei invested the money he earned from missions and his salary in various companies. Time skip 2 years. Issei had completed his 3 years of service. General, it was a pleasure having you with us, Issei. Issei, the pleasure was mine, sir. General, come back whenever you want, this is your home. Issei, thank you, sir. Issei left the barracks and took a train to Kuo City. 3 hours passed, and when he arrived, Issei, it's changed since the last time I was here. Well, I promised in Inoue that I would make my name and surname high from now on. Issei Shiba will conquer this country. Issei rented a small room. Issei, for now I don't want to attract too much attention. I have everything I need, a cell phone, a laptop, a closet, and a bed. Issei sat down and began to meditate. POV Issei. During my missions in the army I realized that I had more power than I thought. End of POV. Issei. I didn't use my Vasto Lord form because it would scare everyone. That's why I only used weapons, but now I realize that I can cultivate spiritual energy in me. Issei. This energy allows me to manipulate the elements at will. Issei brought out fire from his left hand and lightning from his right hand. Issei. The cultivation I see inside me is still not enough, it is very little. I want to see what its limit is, and for that I cannot stop training. The next day. Issei. Well, if I want the children of this country to be safe, I must control the underworld and earn my self-respect. Issei walked until he reached a club. Guard, get out of here, kid. Issei. I came to bet. Guard, I'm not in the mood for games, kid. Issei takes out $2,000 and gives it to him. Issei, that's enough. Guard, come in. Issei enters and sees the club. Issei, I like it. Issei continues and enters another room. He continues walking and sees another guard. Guard, It's a private room. Issei, I know, I came to bet. Guard, your name. Issei, Ronin. The guard looks at his list and sees the name. Guard, come in. Issei enters and sees several men sitting down. Boss, who are you, boy? How did they let you in? Issei, I came to bet. Boss, okay kid, what do you have for me? Issei takes out $40,000 from the briefcase. Issei, how about we start with 10,000? Boss, okay kid, you have your game. My name is Rio. 4 people played, including Issei. 10 minutes passed. Rio, I have a full house. Everyone laughed. Rio, sorry kid, maybe next time. Issei, royal flush. Everyone was surprised. Rio, if we play again. They bet 6 times and Issei won. All the guards checked him to see if he was carrying anything or cheating, but he had absolutely nothing. Issei, well, I think it's time for me to go. Rio, no, wait, one more round. Issei, okay, fine. But then several shots were heard in the place. Rio, what's going on out there? Guard, sir, there are several Yakuza, we must get out of here. Rio, this is my place and I will defend it to the death. Rio took out 2 pistols and went out to shoot. A confrontation began between the Yakuza and Rio's gang. Shots were shot everywhere. Guard, sir, we will not resist any longer. Issei, you really are an idiot. Rio, what? Issei jumped from where he was. And with a katana he cut several Yakuza, leaving them on the ground. When he finished, all the Yakuza were on the ground wounded, the others had left. Guard, wow, he alone finished off everyone and with a single katana. Issei, well, the police will come at any moment. Rio, who are you? Issei, I am Issei Shiba and you are Rio Takashi. Rio, how do you know who I am? Issei, robberies, armed robbery, extortion, bank robbery, riots, but you are not in prison because you bought the police who stood here. Rio, what do you want? Issei, you better not point at me, don't think I won't answer you. They all lowered their weapons because they saw what he did to the Yakuza. Issei, well, that's much better. What I want is simple, I want you to work for me. Rio, this is my organization. Issei, one that apparently was almost destroyed by the Yakuza. If it had not been there, they would already be dead. Apparently they angered the Yakuza boss. Rio, you think you would do better? Issei, believe me, I would do better and you would earn more money than you earn now, even being the boss. Rio, you think that if I leave my organization is yours, it will do things better? Issei, tell me something you know about the deals the Yakuza make to traffic children. Rio, I was not aware, but children would never go that far. Issei smiled. Issei, well, that's what I wanted to hear. Issei throws him the money that he earned. That money, keep it for me, it is nothing more than miserable money, but if you want to earn more money than you have seen in your life, you will come to this address tomorrow at 8 p.m. sharp. I do not tolerate delays. Issei throws him a card and several sirens begin to sound. Issei, you better hide your weapons and erase the security videos if you don't want to get arrested. Issei leaves the club. Chapter 3, Leader of the Darking. A day had passed and Issei was walking through the city of Ku until he came to a tall building. Issei entered and went up to the top floor to the rooftop. When it was 8, Issei was about to leave, but then Rio arrived tired. Rio, sorry for the delay, I was late. Issei, if the traffic in this city is something that bothers you, well, don't worry, come and look at this view and tell me what you think when you see this city. Rio, tall buildings. Issei, yes, you know what I see. Rio, what? Issei, future a city with thousands of opportunities to generate money, thousands of companies of all kinds, and that would be what is seen with the naked eye, but nobody knows what happens underneath. Rio, the underworld. Issei, if people like you don't bother me, the games in which people spend their money, it's their decision, the robberies, assaults, extortions, is what bothers me. People who try to get ahead, they are the ones who are extorted, right? Elderly families. Rio, we had no choice, they are. Issei, they are the easiest to manipulate, right? Well, you will leave all that behind. I imagine that if you are from this city, you know the Hayata family. Ryo, who wouldn't know them? They are the richest family in Japan. Issei, well, that was my family. It was the second son, but the person I considered my mother threw me away as if I were simple garbage. When they threw me out, I walked all over the city to sleep, and when I thought I could get help, they sold me like merchandise. I was sold to the worst person that existed in this world. A bucking sick man who only liked to experiment. They cut off my limbs, they broke my bones, they cut off my tongue. The pain and suffering I felt is incomparable, and all because of the guilt of an underworld. Ryo, if they cut everything off, how come you don't have any scars or anything? Issei, you want to see? Issei grabbed a knife and cut off his finger. Ryo, what did you do? Ryo saw how Issei's finger began to regenerate. Ryo, that's something amazing. Issei, yes, although the procedure was not so amazing. Ryo, sorry. Issei, don't worry, if you are here it is because you want to work for me is not true. Ryo, I talked to all my men and they agreed to accept your proposal and that we work for you. Issei, well, let's go to your club then, let's talk to everyone. Issei and Ryo headed towards the club. When they arrived they entered and all of Ryo's men were waiting for them. Men, welcome sir. Issei, good, I see that you accepted the proposal. Man, yes sir. Issei, well, since you accepted the proposal I will make 3 things clear. The first, we will not harm the weak again. Second, the extortion businesses, riots, robbery, and armed robbery are closed. And third, from now on I am for you brother Shiba, it is clear. English, men, yes sir. Issei, well, I will be with you for 4 years. I will teach you the use of weapons, knives, and types of fighting. After 2 years with you I will tell you an important secret. I will tell you what happens behind the scenes of humans. To start, us will control Qua. That means that we will get rid of the Yakuza. We will kill their leaders and those who support him. Next we will proceed with the other cities except Osaka. Man, sir, why not Osaka? Issei, because that city does not need our protection. I imagine you know that in that city is the military headquarters. Well, the general will not let them mess with his city. Man, sir, what will we call ourselves? Issei, it's true we need a name. I have it, we will be the Darking. Ryo, what does it mean? Issei, owners of the night. Ryo, I like it. Issei, we will start tomorrow. Tomorrow the Yakuza will fall. Men, yes. Issei returned home and fell asleep. When he woke up it was 6 in the morning. He gets up, goes out to train, and comes back. The day goes by, and it was already 11 at night. Issei was meeting with the Darking. Issei, it's time. Remember, if they surrender, don't kill them, recruit them. We want the Yakuza boss dead. Shoot their legs and disarm them. Issei takes out and opens 4 boxes. Ryo, and these weapons? Issei, call a contact. They are semi-automatic weapons with scope and infrared. Use them. Well, let's go. Issei and all his men left for the Yakuza base. Issei, stop here. Issei, that's the house. The boss must be on the top floor. Use the silencers. Let's advance little by little. Issei and the others followed him, wounding everyone they saw with the silencer, keeping watch, and one stayed to watch him. They continued until they reached the main door. Issei, throw those smoke grenades into the ducts so that the whole house fills with smoke. Cut off the electricity and put on the night vision mask. Inside it will be dangerous. Issei broke the door and everyone entered. Upon entering they activated the night vision masks, and their legs stopped. Issei and the others went up floor by floor until they reached the last one. Yakuza boss, what's going on in my house? Issei, you must be Shirakumo, leader of the Yakuza here in Qua. Shirakumo, what are you doing in my house? Issei, I came to finish you and your organization. Shirakumo, even if you kill me, other Yakuza from other cities will come. Issei, or I'm counting on it, so before they come, we'll go after them. Shirakumo, you'll never succeed. Issei, SH, did I say to say something? Ryo, brother Shiba, we found this girl trying to escape. Issei, we meet again. Naomi. Naomi, let me go. You are. Issei, you remember me? I am a child who was looking for a place to sleep and you kindly took me to the wolf's den. Naomi, they were supposed to experiment on you. Issei, and so it was, and it was very painful, believe me. Naomi, I'm sorry. Issei cut off his head. Issei, I'm sorry, but people like you can't be forgiven. Shirakumo, spare my life, I will give you money, women, fame, everything. Issei, you are a disgusting human being. Shirakumo, and you will not say that you destroyed my organization so as not to make yours. Issei, yes, you are right, but my organization will be different. We will not humiliate the weak, we will not traffic people, children like you do. Yakuza, that is a lie, the boss will never. Issei, or you haven't told him child trafficking, stupid. Issei cuts off one of his hands. English, Shirakumo, Yakuza boss, leave it. Issei, you still have a lot to see who you worked for. Issei breaks one side of the wall, and behind it you could see tied up children. Yakuza, no what? Issei, damn scum. Issei cut off one of his feet. Shirakumo, Issei, don't worry, wherever you're going you'll be tortured for life. Issei breaks it in half. Yakuza, they're children as he could. Issei, Ryo gathers everyone in the main room, a new boss has just arrived. Ryo gathers everyone and shows them what the Yakuza boss did. Everyone was amazed and some vomited at what they saw. Issei, your boss died for his actions committed. Some of you did not know, the rest is already dead. Now it depends on you whether you follow me or not, because the vision I have for Kui in Japan is enormous. Will you help me fulfill it or simply walk away like cowards? Yakuza, we will follow you wherever you go, sir. From now on the Yakuza will be at your service. Issei, they will no longer be Yakuzas. From now on they will be Darking. Darkings, yes sir. Issei, from now on I will be Brother Shiba to you. They all approached and left their weapons. Issei, Ryo, get them out of here. I will call the police to take the children and return to their family, or a foster home. Ryo took everyone and Issei called the police. The next day on the news. Reporter, yesterday at approximately 11 at night a shooting occurred at the residence of Shirakumo Baragan, head of the Yakuza. Apparently the boss kidnapped minors to traffic and sold them. Around 24 children and 26 lifeless bodies were found, including the boss Shirakumo Baragan. The murderers are still unknown and the police are already looking for those responsible. Issei turns off the television. Issei, calm down, clean the traces of all of you who worked for Shirakumo. Now the plan I told you consists of making the other gangs join us. I have no problem with there being more gangs. I have problems when they use the weak. How do they threaten elderly people? With me, all that is going to change. Let's make one thing clear. Work is found wherever there is, work is what is left over. From now on we will be a different organization, we will work. Whether we are going to earn more money than you can imagine, are you with me or not? Darkings, yes sir. Issei, good. Issei's POV. It's been 2 years since I became the leader of the underworld, and since then I have never taken off my mask. Only a few have seen my face. I have trained and strengthened the Darkening so that they can control the new bands that are formed. We earn money, of course, with the investments I made. They bore fruit, and now the companies I invested in are on top. That is why I decided to withdraw my shares. I invested in 450 companies around the world. Gathering all the money I received and converting it to a single currency, dollars, I would have $2 billion, and I was not even close to getting what I wanted, so I used the money and started creating companies in gastronomy, real estate, a dealership, a pharmaceutical company, the hotel industry, construction, and many others. End of POV. Issei, thank you all for these 2 years. We have earned money working without shortcuts, clean money. Above all, of course, those who committed dishonorable acts are not still alive, but that is the least of it. It is time to tell you a secret that has been hidden from you and everyone else. Issei creates fire and electricity. Everyone watched this in amazement. Darking, what a trick is that, gentleman? Issei, this is no trick, it's magic. Issei throws the lightning at a table and destroys it. Issei, everything you believed in religion and mythology is real. The gods, demigods, titans, semi-titans, demons, fallen angels, Asgardiabos, yokais, dragons, everything is real. Nobody said anything or knew what to say. Issei, it's a lot to process, but it's true. I wouldn't lie to you with something like that. That's why I want to teach you magic, since each one of you has a hidden potential within you. If you let me teach you, you can defend yourselves against these supernatural beings. Darkings, we will learn from you, sir. Time skip 2 years. Issei's POV. It's been 4 years since I controlled the underworld. When I told my men about the supernatural, they were shocked and confused, but now it seems normal. It was a fact that I taught them magic so they could defend themselves, but the most surprising thing is that more than one had a sacred gear, weapons created by God so that humans could defend themselves. Of course, my men learned not to get carried away by power, and quickly controlled it. We also decided to expand, so we went to other cities: Kyoto, Tokyo, Sapporo, Saitama, Fukuoka, Sendai, Nagoya, and practically every city in Japan except Osaka. The companies took order and began to become popular and make money quickly. As planned, the code name was Ronin, so that they could not recognize me and I could walk calmly. My men became good people. We managed to eliminate crime in Japan by 70%. The rest, let the police take care of the rest. End of POV. Issei. Thanks to all these years have been satisfying to see how they have grown as people and as Dark. Now it is time for me to go. Darking, for how long, sir? Issei, time does not waste, but from now on I will leave 7 men in charge of the organizations throughout Japan. They will command by sectors and direct as I did. Come to the front. Ryo Takashi, you will be my first in command. You will direct the biannual meetings to see how the companies are doing and how crime is going. Come to the front. Hitsugaya Toshiro, Renji Abarai, Grimjao Jagerjax, Jinjo Kugo, Shikuro Tsukishima, and Jin Ikimaru. Hitsugaya Toshiro. Renji Abarai. Grimjao Jagerjake. Jinjo Kugo. Shikuro Tsukishima. Jin Ikimaru. Issei, I will name you 7 my captains. You will lead the Darkings while I am not clear. Captains, it will be an honor, sir. Issei, it was a pleasure to have lived these 4 years with you. I thank you for teaching me that people can change if you give them a second chance. Darkings, thank you, sir. We await your soon return. They all bowed. Issei left there. When he was walking through the city, he took off his mask and put on other clothes. He was walking until he saw a girl who was about to be run over. Issei ran and got her out of there. Issei, you're okay. Rukia, yeah, thanks. Driver, why are you walking like that? Are you stupid or what? Issei, what did you say? You were running a red light. Animal, get out before I send you to the farthest place. Issei looked at him in the eyes and the driver got scared and left. Issei, let me take you home. Issei carried Rukia until they reached a mansion. Issei, nice house. Issei leaves her at the door and a man comes out. Where were you? Rukia, Grandpa Jinrei was there. Jinrei, it doesn't matter, come in now, girl. Who is he? Rukia, he helped me is. Jinrei, it doesn't matter, come in now, you two. I know what I'm going to do. Byakuya, Rukia, where were you and who is he? Rukia, he helped me. I almost had an accident. He helped me. Hizana, thank you for helping my daughter. Jinrei, it doesn't matter what I came for. Your grandmother sent me because she wants you to get married now, so we decided to choose your husband for us, so it will be this boy. You will get married in 1 week. It is not up for discussion. Rukia, what but me? Jinrei, it is not up for discussion. The wedding will be organized by us. It will not be very big. Issei, excuse me, but me. Jinrei, you are in front of the Kichiki family, so you will get married for sure. You do not have a big last name or a big family, so it would be better if you do not give your opinion anything. You will get married and that's it. I'm leaving here. Jinrei walked out from there. Issei, mind what just happened. Chapter 4 Marriage. Byakuya, Rukia, there is nothing we can do. Rukia, he saved my life. We can't force him to marry me. Byakuya, if we don't, it's very likely that he won't let you finish university and grandma can banish you. Rukia, what do I do? Hizana, you will have to marry him. We have no other choice. Rukia, and if he doesn't want, what do I do? If they banish me, I'll never be able to. Rukia was crying. Issei, okay, I have no problems getting married. Rukia, are you sure? Issei, yes, I have no problems. Issei, mind if I don't marry her? It's very likely that they will banish her from her family and leave her to her fate. In addition to that, they could use their influences so that she does not study at any university. POV Issei. That's how I got married at only 19 years old. At first, Rukia didn't seem convinced about our marriage. She thought I was a lazy person with no job or family, so I decided to keep a low profile and take care of things around the house until 3 years passed when Rukia was able to finish college and join the Kichiki family in the construction company. At the table were Genrei Kichiki, Hiroko Kichiki, Shiro Kichiki, Katsumi Kichiki, Yu Kichiki. Hiroko Kichiki. Shiro Kichiki. Yu Kichiki. Katsumi Kichiki. And more members of the Kichiki family, and Rukia Kichiki. Of course, Rukia had no say in the company but still had her there to humiliate her. Rukia's parents were humiliated at every party that the Kichiki family held, or at every meeting. Everyone laughed at us just because Rukia married me, according to them, a useless person who has nothing. If only they knew. End of POV. The Kichiki family was gathered at the family's main mansion. It was Rukia's grandmother's birthday. Rukia, happy birthday, Grandma. Hiroko, thanks for bringing it. Rukia, they're silver earrings. Hiroko, silver, leave them with the rest. You will arrive soon. You, Grandma, look what I brought for you. Hiroko, this is a tea from China, the most expensive one there is. It cost me a lot to get it. Issei, mind the Dahong Pao is not something you get easily. Apart from being expensive, it is exclusive. The Chinese do not sell it just like that to anyone except a braggart. Hiroko, thank you, my dear grandson. You smiled haughtily. Issei, mind it was to be expected. Hey you Issei, why don't you serve us water? You're only good for EPA. Issei, you bring your own water. You, what did you say? Damn it, you must obey me. You tried to hit him, but Issei dodged him and made him fall to the floor. Those present laughed. You, damn it. Hiroko, Rukia, control your husband or you know. Rukia, Issei, calm down. Issei, if I didn't do anything, this idiot fell by himself. Rukia slapped him. Issei grabbed his cheek. Rukia, because you make me look bad, I owe you a slap. Get out of here. Issei leaves the party. When he returns to Byakuya's house, he goes to the bathroom and washes his face. 1 hour passed and the others had already arrived. Byakuya, Grandma almost kicked us out. Rukia, I want to be alone. Rukia went to her room where Issei was sleeping on the floor. She changed and sat on the bed. Rukia, because it seems that my efforts are worthless because Grandma doesn't like me because they have to humiliate us always. Issei listened to everything. Rukia, I'm already tired. The best thing would be for me to disappear. Issei, you want me to change? Rukia, that you weren't asleep. Issei, I'll ask you again, do you want me to change? Rukia, I don't want them to humiliate us anymore, not anymore. Issei, okay, I promise. Rukia cried into Issei's chest. The next day Rukia got up and went for a run. Logically, Issei followed her slowly so she wouldn't notice, but Rukia noticed and called him. Rukia, you were watching me. Issei, it's not that I don't trust you, but something can always happen, so it was better to take care of yourself. Rukia blushes. Rukia, let's run together then. Issei, yes. Rukia and Issei ran together until they reached an area where there was a golden door and guards guarding it. Issei, that's it. Rukia, it's Dotonbori. I heard that an owner left the area so he sold the land. They're going to put it up for auction this weekend. I heard that running around those parts and feeling the breeze while running is the best. Issei smiled. Rukia, let's go, we should get back. I have to go to the office. When they came back, Rukia got ready and left. Issei left the house on the other hand and walked until he reached a building. Upon entering, he is greeted by everyone. Secretary, sir, I'm finally back. Issei, yes, I'm back. How are investments and companies going throughout Japan? They talked while going up to the top floor. Secretary, profits continue to rise, sir. In a few months we managed to surpass the Hayata family company. We are now number 1 in the country. You are number 1. Issei, we are number 1. Please call jail and have him come as soon as possible. Secretary, yes sir. Issei arrived at his office. I wait 5 minutes until Jail enters. Jail, I called sir. Issei, yes, I want you to tell me how we are doing with the construction company, how the works are going. Jail, they are going well sir without setbacks. Issei, good, I want you to start a new work, a mega port to the east of the city. I want the company in charge of providing the materials to be the Kikis family company. Jail, sir, that company is something. Issei, lose, that is why we will help them by giving them this work. I already spoke with the ministers, the work was approved and our company won the bid. Jail, sir, excuse me for asking, but why this company? Issei, I married Hiroko Kichiki's youngest granddaughter Rukia Kichiki. Jail, my lord got married, but this is a scandal. How come no one was notified of his wedding? How come it is not a national trend? Issei, yes, lose it. Jail, then why didn't you object, sir? Why did you get married? Issei, that was because if I didn't marry her, the old woman would most likely have banished her from the Kichiki family. So I did and spent 3 years with a woman I fell in love with. Jail, and because she wants to do business with that family. Issei, because the Kichiki will learn the hard way that no one can mess with my wife, that's where you come in. We'll request a meeting, you'll be in charge of the work, and knowing the family, they will want the stupid you Kichiki to be the one in charge of everything. That's why the Kichiki's other businesses failed. This idiot knows nothing about responsibility. That's why if they decide to change the businesswoman, cancel the business, we will only work with Rukia Kichiki. Jail, sir, I think she is ready. Issei, no, that's why she will learn and you will help her in everything she needs, it's clear. Jail, yes sir. Issei, well, this may seem like a whim to you, but it was time to have one after many years. I can ask you another favor. Jail, yes sir. Issei, organize the purchase of the Dotonbori land. It will be up for auction this weekend. Bid with everything I want. It's clear. Jail, yes sir. And why do you specifically want that? Issei, my wife wants to run in those long fields. Jail, understood sir. Issei, you may leave. Jail, yes sir. Jail leaves. Issei, Haney, prepare a car for me. I'm going to go to my dealership. I need 3 cars. Haney, yes sir, right away. I'll pass. 2 hours and Issei had arrived at his dealership. Issei, if I will never stop hating traffic. Several people greet him. Worker, sir, please come in. Who brings you here? Issei, I came for 3 cars. Worker, sir, we will serve you right away. Issei, don't worry about what I see, there are many potential customers. I will wait for everyone to be served in order. You can wait, don't worry. Worker, yes sir. Issei sat down and the vendors quickly began to serve them all. Issei was looking at his cell phone until he saw an unknown message that said, Issei, we have to talk. We'll meet at the restaurant at the address XXXXXXXXXXXXXX at 2 in the afternoon. Issei traced the message and saw the address where it was sent from. Issei, after years hide a family. Issei continued to wait until a couple approached him. The commoners are allowed to be in this dealership, what a shame. For this high-caliber dealership. Issei, do I know you? I'm Akihiro Ishikawa. Issei, interesting, the Ishikawa family hasn't heard from them for a long time. Akihiro, how dare you talk about my family, you poor filthy thing. Wife, hit him, love. Akihiro was about to hit him, but Issei dodges him and hits him in the stomach, knocking the air out of him. Worker, sir, what happened here? Akihiro, that poor guy hit me. How is it possible that they let this kind of people in? Worker, sir, what do we do with him? Akihiro, they're going to kill him. Issei, throw them out of my dealership, take their photos. I don't want to see them in my companies again. Worker, right away, sir. Akihiro, and in your dealership is not possible, then you are Ronin. Issei, I don't want to see you in my companies again, get out now. Akihiro and his wife were kicked out of the dealership. Worker, we're sorry about this, sir. Issei, Don't worry, everything is fine, they finished, I can now, but I have things to do. Worker, yes sir, come this way. Worker, what cars are you looking for, sir? Issei, I want a black Audi R8 V10 plus also a green chrome Lamborghini and a red Ferrari F8. Worker, sign here and here. Issei did 1 hour of paperwork. Worker, that would be all if the cars will be delivered to your home next week on Tuesday. Issei, well, see you. Issei left the dealership and took a taxi to go to the restaurant. He tells his name to the security guard and he lets him in. Issei, why did you write to me to come to this place, Asami Hayadu? Asami, I am your mother first and foremost. Issei, what a good joke, I almost believe you, that's what you want, I don't think you wrote to me to talk, Asami. Asami, your brother is in bad shape, he needs a transplant. Issei, ha ha ha, they injured him in prison, I thought they could pay to take care of him inside. It is true that the prisoners in that prison are relatives of the people that stupid coder killed. Asami, don't talk to your brother like that. Issei, he's not my brother, but I'll let you explain what you want from me. Asami, he needs a liver transplant, his liver was pierced. Issei, like the security's liver was cut off. Asami, you shouldn't know that, but it was with a knife filled with evil dragon poison, and the only one who has the same blood as him is you. Issei, AAA, so well my life was going, I will help you, let's go to the hospital now, the transplant will not last more than 4h. Issei and Asami went to the hospital where Kotoru was. Tsumaji, so the useless one agreed to go and save my grandson. Issei, why don't you shut up, old lady, save your stupid grandson. Issei enters the operating room and the doctors do the transplant. After 2 hours Issei was waking up. Issei saw that he was in a room and saw how Asami approached him. Issei, I already did what you wanted to save that idiot, now leave me alone. Asami, Issei. Issei got up and changed and then went out and saw how the grandmother was outside with 6 guards. Issei, what is this? Tsumaji, since they are twins you will take my dear Kotoru's place in prison. Issei, I dream about that old woman, I'm leaving. Issei was leaving but one of the guards shoots him in the arm. Asami, Issei, mom please. Tsumaji, shut up, don't get involved. Issei, idiot, you think this is going to stop me? Tsumaji, sleep it off. The guards were shooting tranquilizer and 4 hit him. Issei, I'm sorry but those darts don't do anything to me. Issei takes out the darts. Issei, if you wanted to capture me to exchange me with your stupid grandson you should have brought the trihexa at the very least. Issei took out a sword from a portal. Asami, Issei you. Issei ran and pierced the guards. Issei, look at you hiring such pathetic mercenaries, you're stupid. Issei approached Tsumaji. Tsumaji, get away. Issei stands in front of Tsumaji. Issei, I will never be under your shadow again, from now on you will be the one below me. Issei cuts out one of his eyes. Tsumaji, eh. Asami, mom. Issei, that was the last favor I did for your pathetic family. Asami, with this I am completely banished from your family, there is nothing that ties me to you. Issei walked towards the window and disappeared at a monstrous speed. Issei was at the entrance of the hospital where he takes a taxi and goes to Byakuya's house. Issei upon arriving sees Rukia, Byakuya and Hizana celebrating. Issei, what are we celebrating? Rukia, Issei, you've arrived well, my grandmother gave me the job with the Ronin company, finally an important job, if I do well I can have a lot of money, and they will no longer humiliate us. Issei, congratulations Rukia. Issei smiles at her. At the end they go to the room and fall asleep. The next day Rukia and Issei run together, and when they return Rukia gets ready to go to the office and leaves. Issei leaves the house and goes to the Kichiki company. When he arrives everyone laughs at him because they think he's a loser. Issei just walked until he reached Rukia's office. Rukia, Issei, what are you doing here? Issei, I came to give you this. Issei takes out a box with a necklace inside. Rukia, Issei, this is beautiful, where did you buy it? Issei, I bought it at Katsumi. You probably bought it at a dump, they are probably imitation, they would never be real diamonds, poor thing. Rukia was feeling uncomfortable. Rukia, at least this way they give me something. You have been waiting for more than 3 years to find a man who is going to get bored of you because of who you are. Issei, calm down my wife, everything is fine, and no, I bought it anywhere. I bought it at an auction in England 3 years ago. Its value is approximately $55,890,000. Rukia and Katsumi open their eyes. Issei, after your work a driver will come for you. He will take you home so you can change, and we will see each other at the restaurant we will go to. Katsumi, they will surely go to a menu restaurant, ha ha ha. Issei, reserve the Kicho Hanten for us, see you. Issei gives Rukia a kiss on the cheek and leaves. Chapter 5 Issei Shiba, Ronin. Issei was at the restaurant waiting for Rukia. Issei, she should be arriving soon. Outside, Rukia was getting out of the car as she entered the restaurant. Rukia, this restaurant is beautiful. Issei, you finally arrived. Rukia turned around and saw Issei. Rukia couldn't help but blush at the sight. Rukia, Issei, what's all this about? How could you reserve a place like this, and why is there no one else? Issei, the reason there's no one else is because I reserved the entire restaurant for us. Come sit down. Issei and Rukia sat at the table. Issei, I didn't congratulate you properly for your work at the Kachiki company. Rukia, no need. Issei, how could you afford all this? Issei, I don't plan on hiding my true identity from you. Rukia, when we got married I did it because I didn't want your family to banish you if you didn't marry me, so I did. Rukia, because only for that. Issei, at first I was thinking of staying a few years and getting a divorce, but when I started living with you and seeing how your family treated you, it reminded me of when I was a child before being banished from my previous family. Rukia, what family were you from? Issei, I belonged to the Hayate family. My name was Issei Hayate, but 13 years ago he was banished and thrown away like he was simple trash. Rukia, Issei me. Issei, I'll tell you my whole story. When I was banished and left home, I arrived at the center of Ko in the rain and cold. I was looking for where to sleep, and a kind lady told me that I could sleep at her house. I innocently believed her words. When we walked for 5 minutes, she entered an alley, and I followed her. It was there that several men appeared and kidnapped me. I thought they were going to kill me or something. I think that would have been the best thing, but I was sold as if I were an object. I was sold to a sick scientist named Yoichi. I think that since you are part of the Kachiki family, you know the supernatural, right? Rukia, yes. Issei, well, Yoichi wanted to create humans capable of surpassing the strength of these supernatural beings. That's why he experimented on me and other children he bought. When he began his experiment, a gas entered my body, molding my cells and my DNA. The process was painful, but that was just the beginning of my torture. When Phase 1 ended, Phase 2 began an operation. They opened my skull without anesthesia. I felt like they were cutting my brain. Then they injected me with a kind of plague to make me more resistant, stronger, faster. When they finished, they went to Phase 3. According to them, it was training. I didn't see it that way. They cut off my limbs, they broke my bones, they even shot and cut me. When I went through that, I wanted to die every day, and when Phase 3 ended, they sent me to do their missions to kill those they didn't want to live at their breath, as those who would discover who they were and what they did. They turned me into a weapon, a monster. I spent 3 years in that hell, but I was not alone. Another girl named Orihime Inoue had managed to pass the experiment. One day we decided to try to escape. When we were about to achieve it, Yoichi and several mercenaries were waiting for us. I decided to stay and face them so Inoue could escape, but Yoichi activated a bomb that had been implanted in his chest, and he died in front of me without being able to do anything. The hour invaded my body, and the spiritual energy in me had destroyed the control chips that I had in each nerve, so I started killing everyone. When I finished killing them, I grabbed Inoue's lifeless body and took her to the reconstruction capsule so that they would leave her body as it was and be able to bury her with dignity. When I took her out of the capsule, I saw a letter in her pocket. I saw it and read it. She knew she had a bomb in her chest and still had hopes of escaping. She told me not to feel guilty and to live my life my way, so I destroyed the laboratory and flew to Japan. When I landed in Osaka, I buried her with the best view of the place to Mount Fuji. When I finished burying her, I went down to the city and a girl was about to be run over. Rukia remembers when she was almost run over like a child. Rukia, you were the boy who saved me. Issei, Yes, after saving you, I needed to get money quickly, so I decided to enlist in the army. General Alexandrov tested me, and I managed to enlist when I was only 12 years old. I spent 3 years there, and with the money I earned on missions and my salary, I invested in different stocks in different companies of all kinds: construction, medicine, pharmaceuticals, automotive, and many more. Rukia, if you have all that, why did you never say anything? Issei, because I wanted to see what you were like, what your family was like. I thought they were going to treat me like garbage for having nothing, but different from that, your parents and you treated me with affection and love. They became the family I never had, and in the 3 years we spent together I couldn't help but fall in love with you completely. Rukia Issei me. Issei approached Rukia and gave her a kiss. I say, I love you, Rukia Kichiki. Issei continued to kiss Rukia. Rukia, what's your name then? Issei, I changed my last name. My name is Issei Shiba, or you can also call me Ronin. Rukia, what? Rukia began to think. Rukia, you are? Issei, yes, I am Ronin. I never made myself known so I could walk calmly down the street, but I want to teach a lesson to everyone who humiliated my family. Rukia, then? Issei, I will organize a press conference where I will officially introduce myself for two. I want you and your parents to be accompanying me by my side as my family. Rukia, we haven't told them yet what they will say now. Issei, we will tell them when we get back. Issei and Rukia had dinner and then returned home, where Issei told them who he was and what they would do tomorrow at the press conference. They were going to be with him. The next day at Issei's company. Reporter, we are in the conference room of Ronin's company. Reporter, apparently today the owner of all the companies, the emblematic and mysterious Ronin, will finally be revealed. We see several reporters from all over Japan and several from abroad. 3 people and 6 bodyguards enter. Reporter, but if they are part of the Kichiki family, what are they doing here? In the Kichiki family house. Hiroko, what are my useless son and my stupid granddaughter doing there? You, what are those idiots doing there? Reporter, the president, the legendary Ronin, is about to enter. Issei enters through the door with his bodyguards. Reporter, you can't see well, he has too many bodyguards. Issei, please stand back. The bodyguard stood back. Everyone could see him. Haney, thank you all for coming without anything else to say with you, Ronin. Issei approaches the microphone. At the Kichiki mansion. You, how come that useless guy is Ronin? It's impossible. Hiroko, what's going on? Back with Issei. Issei, thank you, Haney. Good morning, everyone. As you all know, the company has been operating without a name. When everyone referred to the company, they only knew my code name Ronin. At the Haida mansion. Asami, Issei is Ronin. How is that possible? Gora, this must be a joke. Samaji was in the living room with an eye patch and looking at Issei. Issei, I decided to do this for the same reasons that I never told my name to the public. I wanted peace. I wanted to be able to walk calmly through the streets and enjoy the fresh air. But during these 3 years I was humiliated. I was considered useless, a poor person since nobody knew me. Not only was I humiliated, my family, Byakuya Kichiki, Hizana Kichiki, and Rukia Kichiki were humiliated as well. Well, today I make myself known to the world. My name is Issei Shiba. What I have achieved is thanks to all my efforts. So from now on, if someone dares to humiliate my family, I will not be lenient with them. I will destroy them completely. I do not care who they are or what contacts they have. They will never be able to stand against me. Any questions? Everyone raised their hands. Issei, you. Reporter, Mr. Shiba, what do you think about Japan's new politics and its new authoritarian regime? Issei, I completely agree with the new regime. For many years there have been crimes all over Japan. The police were bribed as well as witnesses, and in the same way the judges. This new regime keeps in check anyone who breaks the laws. Some will agree, others will not, but this new regime was absolutely necessary for the improvement of the country. Another question. They raised their hands. Issei, you. Reporter, Mr. Shiba, what do you think about the work on the subway? Issei, the tunneling machine has already been sent from Russia, so the tunneling will begin in these days. Someone else raised their hands. Issei, you. Reporter, what would be the name of the company, sir? Issei, it will be Infinity. Everyone applauded. Issei, another question. They raised their hands. Issei, you. Reporter, good morning, Mr. Issei. The question that most are asking but no one dares to tell you, are you married? Issei, yes, I got married. Reporter, because it was not given to the public. Issei, they decided that it would be a private wedding. I got married civilly. I haven't gotten married religiously yet, and that's precisely why I want to make it official. Issei approaches Rukia, kneels down, and takes out a box from his pocket. Issei, Rukia Kuchiki, would you do me the honor of marrying me again by religious means? Rukia was surprised and did not know what to say. Rukia, I do want to. Rukia kisses Issei on the lips. The reporters were taking photos and recording everything. Issei put the ring on her finger and kissed her. Issei, thank you, that's all. If I have something to announce, I will be calling you. Everyone stood up and bowed and left. Byakuya, Grandma did not expect it at all, she has called me 8 times. Issei, let's go to lunch. Issei, Rukia, Hizana, and Byakuya went out to lunch at Issei's restaurant. When they arrived, they were treated in the best way. Byakuya, I can't believe you have achieved all this by yourself. Issei, well, I have not achieved everything yet, I still need my degree. I have been taking virtual classes, but it will not be possible anymore, so I will have to go to university. Rukia, what career are you studying? Issei, Business Administration and International Business. Rukia, I finished my degree, if you want I can help you. Issei, thanks for the help. By the way, we have to get things ready. On Tuesday we move to our new house. Byakuya, to our new house? Issei, yes, I bought a house in a housing development, so we will move there. She is remodeling it now, but on Tuesday it will be ready. Byakuya, my grandmother is not going to stop bothering me. Better answer. Excuse me, mother, what happened? Hiroko, how come Issei is Ronin? Why did you never tell me? Byakuya, it is something that even I didn't know, mother. Hiroko, you should have found out, idiot, that is why you are useless. Issei, my father is not a useless old woman, and I do not want you to insult him or anyone in my family again. It is clear. Keep in mind that from now on I can do whatever I want with your company. I can make a call and end this. Issei makes a snap. Issei, I'd take away your loan. The old woman hung up. You, Grandma, you'll let those idiots get away with it. Hiroko, of course not, but we'll have to act cautiously. You mind damn Issei. With Issei. Byakuya, thanks for that. Issei, you're welcome. I won't let them humiliate us ever again. That's why I want to propose something to you. Byakuya, what a thing. Issei, I know you finished your medical degree, that's why you're in charge of the clinics I have all over Japan. Byakuya, Issei, me? Issei, don't worry, I wouldn't put you in charge if I didn't know you were ready. I know your experience as a doctor will be enough to run the clinics, so don't worry. Hizana, congratulations, my love. Rukia, congratulations, Dad. Byakuya, thanks, Issei. Issei, don't worry, we won't let them humiliate us again, and if they do it again I'll stop calling myself Issei Shiba. Chapter 6, Kui University. 4 days had passed. Issei, Rukia, Byakuya, and Hizana were in a black car heading to their new house. Rukia, Issei, this side is Dotonbori. Issei, yes, I bought it on Saturday at the land auction. It's 100 hectares in radius. You told me that they said the breeze running through these fields was spectacular, so I bought it so we could check it out. It's already arriving. Everyone passes security and gets in. When the car finally parks, they see their new house. Issei, let's go in. When you enter you see everything. Issei, the chefs will take care of the kitchen and the butlers will take care of the cleaning. There are 18 rooms in the house and 2 are the main ones. Come see this. Issei and the others leave. Issei, this is why I bought the house. Issei, the view of the beach is beautiful, do you like it? Rukia, I love it. Rukia kisses Issei. Issei, well come, I have something to give you. Everyone goes out to the garage. Rukia, what is this? Issei. Issei, it's an intelligent garage, press that button. Rukia does it and 3 cars came out. Issei, it's a state-of-the-art intelligent garage, has stored underground all the cars that I've collected over the years. Rukia, how many are there? Issei, I lost count, but these 3 are the ones we'll use. If you want the others, just go to the administrator board and see the catalog, just select it and upload it. For now, that Audi is for you, Rukia, that Ferrari is for you, Dad and Mom, and the Lamborghini is mine. Byakuya, thank you. Issei, you already know that you will go tomorrow to the central clinic office. From there you will control all the clinics. Byakuya, good. Issei, good. Rukia, tomorrow I will go to university. If something happens at your work, let me know. Rukia, actually now with the new work in cooperation with your company, they are being more cautious of ruining anything, but I will still be careful. Issei, good. The next day Issei had said goodbye to his family and drove off in his car. Upon arrival, Issei parks his car and gets out. Everyone saw him and recognized him as Kotaro Hyadu. They thought he had been released from prison and had changed in appearance. Issei walked to his classroom, and upon entering he sat down, and the teacher entered. Issei, my name is Issei Chabashira. I will be your teacher for the next 2 years, so get ready. I don't want any slackers in this classroom. Well, let's get started. The class continued. At the end, the students went to other classrooms, and Issei too. Issei was walking until he ran into a redhead and a brunette. Rias, Kotaro, my dear Kotaro, was finally freed. Akeno, Kohai. Rias and Akeno launched themselves towards Issei, but he dodged them. Rias, Kotaro, why? Issei, don't be mistaken, Gremory, I'm not Kotaro, I'm Issei Shiba. I would kindly ask you not to compare me with that useless one, and second, I would ask you to get away from me. Rias, you are that useless Issei. Issei hits the wall near her, yelling at her. Issei, don't call me a useless demon hitch again. I whispered this last thing in her ear. Thus past classes, everyone had finished. It was already 8 at night, and Issei was going to his car when time stops. Issei, what is this? Issei closes the door of his car and walks towards the back of the university where there are soccer fields. When he arrives, he sees Rias and Akeno being attacked along with other girls and a boy with a sword. It's everyone except Issei. Issei, there are renegade demons attacking. I thought they had won that war, well, I'd better get out of here. Issei was walking when 2 demons stood in front of him. Renegade demon, fresh meat. Renegade demon 2, let's kill him. These demons launched themselves at Issei, but he only made a katana appear and killed them. Rias and the others were face to face against a blue-haired man. Rias, if Kotaro were here, he would have killed you already. Chow chow, that useless man, ha ha ha, I heard that he was sent to prison for killing some useless humans, ha ha ha. Akeno, don't talk about Kotaro-kun like that. Akeno launched herself at Chow Chow, but he slammed her into the ground. Chow Chow, die already, the Cow's Brigade will win, and after finishing you off, the pathetic humans will follow. I'm afraid I can't allow that. Chow Chow, and who are you? Issei, I'm the one who will beat you up. Chow Chow, a pathetic human, lol. More portals opened from which renegade demons came out. Chow Chow, kill that human. Issei stood still and the demons launched themselves at him. Rias and his entourage tried to avoid it, but they were injured. Issei was waiting for the demons to hit him. Rias, careful, oh. Demon, die. The demon was close and had thrown several blows at him, but he had easily dodged them. Issei, that was all. The angry demon took out a spear and threw it at him, but Issei destroyed it with his fist. Rias and her entourage watched this in surprise that he could do something like that. Issei, yes, that's all. Issei had cut him into pieces and the others were starting to get scared. Without wasting any time, Issei disappeared in front of everyone and cut the demons that followed into pieces. Chow Chow, what are you? Issei, I love. Flashback 9 years ago. Alexandrov, Issei, why did you choose the military? Issei, because I needed a place to start, and after missions I can train quietly and freely without being interrupted. Alexandrov, how do you train? Issei, mentally, that's where I train mentally and spiritually. End of flashback. Flashback 8 years ago. We see an Issei in the army training room sitting on the floor in the lotus position cultivating his spiritual energy until he entered another place. Issei, what is this where I am? Issei walked everywhere until you finally arrived. You took too long. Issei saw someone else. Chapter 7 Issei vs. Chow Chow. Issei, who are you guys? You know it, Issei, you just have to say it. Issei fell to the ground having a headache. Several images came to his head. Issei, vast lord. That's right. Issei, and now they think they can control my body. No, if we had wanted that, we would have already done it without you noticing, although if we did that we would die instantly. Issei, what do you mean? Issei, what they injected you with in the laboratory were not simple plagues. They were not simple formulas. What they injected you with was spiritual energy. Issei, spiritual energy? That's right, this energy improves the body, the ability to resist, the strength, the speed, the attack, the power that you obtain when handling this energy. Issei, what power? The white subject became Issei in his Vasta Lord form, and the other changed his body to a thinner black one when they released a burst of power towards a building that generated a strong explosion. Issei, that's it. That was what you used when you transformed into us. Issei, I understand, and the sword. It is not a sword or a katana, this is a Zanpakuto, the Zanpakuto created when your soul connects to your power. From there we were born, your Vasta Lord form and your spiritual power. Issei, where does this energy come from? I don't think you have found it in the supermarket. No, the Zanpakuto, the spiritual energy comes from a single and unique being, the one who turned his back on God Elohim, and the same being who surpassed him, the god of death Kurosaki Ichigo. Issei, Kurosaki Ichigo had never heard of him. It's normal. Elohim and the other gods made sure that no one ever knows about him. They erased him from history and existence. Issei, why? Because they didn't want anyone to know that the true jailer of the Trihexa was Ichigo. That's why when he defeated the Trihexa and locked him up, Ichigo was betrayed and murdered in cold blood by these gods. Cornered him and stabbed him in the back. They betrayed him to those he considered friends and companions in his last moment of life. His power and spiritual energy turned him into a mass of power, a small ball that housed all his power, and when those scientists injected it into you, they didn't know what it was. That's why you have all his power now. Issei, I understand. The power I have is someone else's. Don't worry. Issei, well, I will make that power mine and use it to protect what I want. My name is White. And I am Zangetsu. Issei, Zangetsu White, we will surpass Kurosaki Ichigo. End of flashback. Issei, I am Issei. Shiba destroys Zangetsu. Chow Chow, what is that? Issei, let's start with this. Issei had jumped against the demons, splitting them in half. Chow Chow, how fast is he? More portals opened, from which more demons came out. Issei, that's all. Chow Chow, don't be too confident, damn it. Evil dragons began to emerge from the portals and began to throw fire at Issei. Chow Chow, because I was confident. Issei, that attack was supposed to do something to me. Issei stepped out of the fire as if nothing had happened. Issei appeared behind the demons. Issei, Getsuga Tenshu. The evil dragons and demons had been disintegrated, and the attack split the clouds in the sky, revealing the moon. Issei, did you really think those things were enough to kill me? How stupid. Issei punched Chow Chow in the stomach, sending him to the ground. Chow Chow, that hurt, but it's over. Weapon, what killer god releases himself? Balance breaker. Issei, the spear that killed God, let's see how much damage you do. Chow Chow jumped at Issei, but he quickly dodged it. Chow Chow tried to cut him with his spear, but Issei dodged it. Chow Chow, stop moving. Issei, if that's what you want. Issei began to attack Cao Cao. Cao Cao had thrown an energy ball at him. Cao Cao, take this. Issei waited for the attack and cut it off. Issei, Getsuga Tenshu. The attack had hit Cao Cao squarely, sending him to the ground. Cao Cao, damn you, I don't plan on losing, come on. In that a huge portal appeared from which several evil dragon demons and mages emerged. Rias, how come there are so many? Akeno, we won't be able to fight them all, we're injured. Kiba, damn it. Asia, I won't be able to heal them in time. Issei, well, you brought your army, good thing I do too now. Several bursts of gunshots fell on the demons in the head, killing them. Cao Cao, who are they? In that several shadows appear at Issei's side in the sky. Sir, we're here. Issei, fine, take care of the demons and dragons, I'll take care of that clown. Men, understood. They all launched themselves against the demons and dragons, killing them with their sacred gears, swords, or weapons. Cao Cao, who are they? Issei, some friends of mine, you are far from being okay. Cao Cao, damn bastard. Cao Cao had launched himself against Issei, but he was just playing with him. Issei, that's all you really have, you are pathetic, let me show you a power that can be proud of Bankai. Issei, let's end this, Cao Cao. Issei's speed overwhelmed Cao Cao, he couldn't even breathe and he couldn't follow him with his eyes. Issei, what's up, I'm moving too slow, I can move faster if you want. Cao Cao, don't tempt your fate. Cao Cao had launched several attacks with his balance breaker in the form of lightning. Issei dodged them and destroyed them all. Issei, let's end this, Cao Cao. Cao Cao, lying destroyer. Issei was waiting for the attack again. Cao Cao Dai. Issei, you don't learn right. Issei extended his hand. When Cao Cao thought he had killed him from the attack, Issei came out opening his hand. Issei, I told you, you're nothing compared to me. Issei was pointing his sword at Cao Cao, to then cut his chest and make him fall to the ground. Cao Cao used a magic circle and left. Issei detransforms. Issei, thanks for the help. Toshiro, we were around here, sir. Issei, return to your cities and keep reporting to me, thanks. Rio, give them the extra pay for the help. Men, thank you, brother Issei. They all disappeared in magic circles. Issei, all this on my first day. Issei sees Rias and everyone injured. Issei, look, facing someone stronger than you, look, you have to be idiots that you couldn't call your little brother or your father. Issei extends his hand and heals everyone. Issei, hey, your transvestite vampire takes away your power, do you want me to go home? Gasper does so. Everyone watches as Issei leaves in his car. Issei drives to his house and upon arriving sees Byakuya, Hisana and Rukia having dinner. Hisana, sit down Issei, I'll tell them to serve you. Issei, thanks. Rukia, how was university? Interesting something today. Issei, honestly, nothing new, almost the same classes and some idiots who don't know their place, and you, something new at work. Rukia, well, I didn't just go to see the play for myself and see that all the materials were delivered correctly. Issei, my wife is so good at what she does. Issei had a chibi face. Issei looked at the moon through the window while they had dinner. Issei, mind what will happen in these days? Chapter 8 Meeting. Issei was at home waking up when he sees his wife sleeping in bed and sees the beach. Issei, this is a beautiful view. Issei entered his closet and changed. When he came out he saw Rukia waking up. Rukia, what time is it? Issei, it's 7, it's early, so calm down, change while they finish preparing breakfast. Rukia, you know you should sleep in the bed. Issei, I don't want to bother you. Rukia, Issei, we're going to get married, don't you think you should sleep with me already? Issei, that's true, but I don't know what I could do to you if I fell asleep next to you. Issei kisses her passionately. Rukia reciprocates. Issei, get changed, you have to go to work. Rukia, yes, I'm going. Issei went up to the living room and sat at the main table. When everyone went up, they had breakfast and went to their chores. Upon arriving at the university, Issei gets out of his car and goes to class. After his first 2 classes during the break, a blonde guy looks for him. Issei, what do you want here, horse? Kiba, Rias Bucho is looking for it. Issei, why? Kiba, these are important matters. Issei, I'm busy. Issei gets up and tries to leave from there, but Kiba grabs him by the shoulder. Kiba, I insist. Issei, come on kid, right now 2 things can happen. Either you let me go and I'll leave calmly without breaking any bones, or you let me go and I won't kill you. Kiba lets him go, scared. Issei, I knew my choice kid, tell your mistress that I'll see her at night, I have classes. Issei leaves from there. When night you eat. Issei was walking through the university until he sees an ancient door knock and a woman comes out. Issei, you. Graphia, Issei has spent time on me. Issei, save your comments to yourself, demon, tell me why they wanted me here. Graphia, the leaders are waiting. Issei and Graphia enter and see a large table and several gods and leaders there. Issei, well, look how all the gods and leaders gathered to see a simple human. Rias, Issei are the leaders respectively. Issei, you better shut up, demon, this is a matter between the elders and me. There were Rias and Sona's entourage as well as Vala's group. Issei, and well, what does he want with me? Talk quickly, I don't have time. Zeus, boy, don't you think you're being disrespectful? Issei, they called me to talk about that or to ask me what I did yesterday. Azazel, where did you get that power? Issei, that's none of their business. Surzek, where did that power come from? When you were children, I only detected a power in coterie, you had nothing. Issei, ha, well, who knows, maybe I found it. Odin, tell the truth, Issei, you couldn't find that power overnight. Issei, Grandpa Odin, are you afraid of my power? English, Thor, just say it. Issei, we are all very tense with what is happening. Issei, well, I imagine that everyone here, gods and traitor leaders, will know who this power belongs to, right? Everyone started to sweat. Issei, they murdered a great guy who helped them just for fear that he wanted to take the position of god, right? Nobody said anything. Issei, well, with his last he left his power for someone to inherit, so it was me who obtained it. Surzek, how do I not think that Ichigo gave you his power just because? Issei, or of course it was not injected into me by force. Issei makes a hologram appear where Yoichi was seen. Yoichi, with this we will create superhumans who can surpass supernatural beings and gods with ease. Azazel, I had seen him before, he was one of my scientists in Grigory, where is he? Issei, I turned him to ashes. Azazel lunged at Issei, but Issei grabbed him by the face and slammed him into the table, breaking it. Issei, let's calm down, I don't want to accidentally kill you all. Susanoo, I'm tired of your attitude. Susanoo lunged at Issei, but a bullet pierced his shoulder, sending him to the ground. Issei, last warning. Michael, that was who fired the shot. Issei, nobody, it's just my men outside with weapons capable of killing everyone here. Azazel, that's a lie, those weapons don't exist. Issei, oh no, why don't you tell them? I mean, it was your idea in the end. Odin, Azazel, what did you do now? Azazel, those files were hidden in Cocytus. Issei, yeah, well, who do you think went there to train? Azazel, in that cold it's not possible even for us. Issei, I think it's still not clear to them. Issei releases his spiritual pressure, causing everyone to fall to the ground. Issei, they are in no position to give an opinion. Several red dots appeared on the chest and head of everyone present. Issei, so from now on you will refer to me with respect. I am Lord Shiba. That is clear to you all. Susanoo, this power is stronger than what Ichigo had. Rias, no, I cannot move. Issei, from now on you will be under my surveillance. I will not let you do your thing again and innocent humans get hurt. Issei, stop releasing spiritual pressure. Surzek, but we are the ones who killed the renegade demons. Issei, well, my men will take care of it, but I can be compassionate and let your demons help too. I have no problem with that. Michael, you have changed a lot, boy, since the last time we saw you. What would your grandmother say about this? Issei, I don't know if you ask someone, if you stand on the right side. Michael, because Issei, he lost his left eye, or rather, I cut off his left eye. Nobody could believe it. Tsukuyami, because you did what he did to you. Issei, I tried to fall asleep to exchange places with the stupid and useless Kotaru, but I defeated his pathetic mercenaries and cut off his eye as a warning. This stupid one-eyed girl must be tired of seeing well out of one eye since everything was clear. What else do they want to say? Issei releases Azazel. Azazel, because you killed Yoichi. Issei, you want to know why? Issei continues with the hologram and sees all the capsules with the bodies of the children inside. Some were disgusted, others horrified. Issei, you see what your stupid scientists did. Crowd out of 1,250 children we only passed experiment 2 and the other girl who survived died because your stupid scientist placed a bomb in her heart, something else. Rias, because you are so cold. Issei, because I deduced something a long time ago, since if God is good he is not all-powerful, and if God is all-powerful he cannot be all good. Michael, don't insult my father. Issei, your father was the one who pierced Ichigo through the back and they died, so do not ask me to respect a man who is a coward. Well, Odin, I need more mana from the spirit forest. I am finishing making other medicines. Odin, coordinate with Loki, he is in charge now. Issei, Loki. Loki, count on it. Issei, thank you. Amaterasu, you hate us so much that you can't even look at us. Issei, believe me, I'm holding back enough to not kill you all for humiliating me in the past. Flashback when Issei was 7 years old. We see an Issei walking towards the living room where upon arriving he sees his mother, father, and his grandmother talking to Kotaru, Azazel, Michael, and Surzek. Asami, seriously, my son has the celestial dragon Drake. Surzek, that's right, he was very strong when he grew up. Issei, mommy. Everyone turns to see him. Michael, and that boy. Asami, he's Kotaru's twin brother. Issei, come introduce yourself. Issei approaches and introduces himself. Surzek, you're an ordinary human, you don't even have magic. How disappointing coming from Asami and Gora. Asami, seriously, well, I think we expect too much from Issei. After all, he's not like his brother. Issei, go to your room, do you want? Scene change to a 10-year-old Issei watching Kotaru train. Issei was watching until he sees his dad pass by. Issei, Dad, I can train too. Gora, don't even think about it. Issei, you have nothing special, it is better than you just study so that you can work on something at least. Gora leaves from there. Change of scene, we see an Issei at a party in the underworld. Asami, Kotaru, be careful. Kotaru, yes mom. Kotaru goes out to play with Rias, Akeno, and Grafia, who was taking care of them. Kotaru, come on, let's play. Kotaru was playing with Rias and Akeno until Issei appeared. Issei, hello brother, can I play with you? Kotaru, didn't grandma tell you not to come near me, useless? Issei, I just want to play. Kotaru, get out. Issei was pushed by Kotaru until he fell into the mud. Issei, why are you pushing me? Kotaru, you bore me. Kotaru began to hit Issei in the face, and Issei couldn't do anything until Kotaru got tired. Issei got up and left, watching as Rias and Akeno laughed, and as Grafia did too. Issei walked until he reached a lake where he washed himself and returned to the party. When he arrived, he was greeted by a slap from his mother. Issei, why are you hitting me, mom? Asami, how dare you hit your brother? Issei saw how Kotaru had a bruise on his face. Issei, no mom, I didn't hit him. Asami, how come not Rias, Akeno, and Grafia were witnesses? It is true, or not Grafia? Grafia, that's right Mrs. Hayado, I saw it. Issei, no mom, it's not true. Gora, shut up already. Gora slapped him, that sent him to the ground. Issei saw how everyone laughed at him, including the leaders and gods present. Tsumaji, Dear Kotaru, my grandson, why don't you choose Issei's punishment? Kotaru, I want him to walk naked into the mud while being beaten by everyone present. Tsumaji, fine Issei, you heard it, do it. Issei, Mom, I didn't do it, I swear, Mom, help me. Asami had turned her gaze. Issei, with no way out, began to take off his clothes. When he was completely naked, those present began to hit him. Issei walked to the mud, being hit on the back, chest, and entire body while crying. Asami had turned to look at her. Goras saw this with shame. When I got to the mud, he was kicked into the mud and got dirty. Susano, haha, look at him, he looks like a pig, ha ha ha. Everyone was laughing while Issei cried in the mud. When everyone returned to the party, Asami approached. Asami, stay there until the party is over, then use this to return to the mansion, take a bath, and then go to sleep. Issei cried silently without saying a word. Change of scene. It was Valentine's Day, and Issei was with some letters that had owners. Issei gave it to Rias, but Akeno tore it up, as did Tsukuyami and Amaterasu, as did Yasaka, Serafal, Penemu, and Gabriel. All tore up Issei's letter. Instead, they accepted Kotaru's and said they would wait until he was older. When Issei was sad in the living room, he sees Grafia and gives him the letter. Grafia, do you really think I would be with you? Issei was about to leave, but Grafia, maybe if you do what I tell you. Issei, whatever. Grafia, go to this address and bring me that chalice. Issei ran off while Grafia laughed. Issei, naive, went to the address that Grafia had given him. When he had arrived, he was in the forest until he saw a cave, so he entered with fear, but he did not wait for there to be snakes. Issei tried to evade them, but he was bitten several times. Even so, Issei continued and came to a door where, when he opened it, he saw the chalice that Grafia told him, so he grabbed it and ran out, but outside there was a bear that bit and scratched him, bleeding. Issei ran away from the bear, running as fast as he could, but when he got to his house, he saw how Grafia received the letter from Kotaru happy and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Issei, seeing this, dropped the chalice and ran away without noticing that Grafia had seen the chalice and was worried. When she got to her room that had nothing but a bed and closet in terrible condition, she fainted on the floor until she woke up in bed and saw someone. Where did you go? Issei, Sengoku. Sengoku, what happened to you? Issei, I trusted someone I shouldn't have. Sengoku, there. Issei, I already cured you, but you have to be careful. I won't always be there to take care of you. Issei, thanks Sengoku. Sengoku left and Issei fell asleep. End of flashback. Issei, I was beaten, whipped, dirted, burned, poisoned, cut and humiliated by you all in the past. If you think things are going to be like before, you are very wrong. I hope that with this in mind you leave me alone. A portal opens where Falbium falls wounded. Surzek, Falbium, what happened? Who did this to you? Falbium, the underworld is being attacked. Falbium fell unconscious. Issei, well, go to your underworld. I will return to my house. Issei leaves the room and everyone creates magic circles to the underworld. Issei arrived at his house where he saw Rukia waiting for him. Issei, everything is fine, Rukia. Rukia, yes, I was just wondering why you took so long. Issei, there was a meeting. Rukia, at 12 at night. Issei, the leaders and gods couldn't wait until tomorrow, but they're already gone. They're attacking the underworld and they went to defend it. I'm going to sleep now. Rukia, and you won't do anything. Issei, what do you mean? Rukia, you won't help them. Issei, that's their problem, not mine. I have nothing to do with them. Rukia, but innocent children could die. Issei, it's their job. Rukia looked at him with a serious and annoyed face. Issei, if I don't go, you'll be like this every day. Rukia didn't say anything. Issei, okay, I'm coming. Chapter 9 Underworld. In the underworld, the city was under attack. Susanoo, resist the attack. He, do you really think you can defeat us? Odin, they are the dark dragons Jabberwocky, Grendel and Apophis. Grendel, destroy the entire city. The city was constantly being attacked by renegade demons and evil dragons. The gods and leaders were facing each other. Everyone was fighting, and in the city the demons and monsters came to kill everything that moved. Issei had arrived at the center of the city when he saw how the monsters were about to kill some children. Issei quickly takes out his Zanpakuto and cuts them in half a movement. Issei, they're okay. Demon child, yes, sir, thank you. Just then a mother arrives crying. Mother, son, thank you, young man, for giving birth to my children. Issei, don't worry, go to the shelter. The mother and children run out. Issei opens 2 large portals from which his men come out. Issei, Spartans kill every renegade demon and monster and keep the children, men, and women safe. It's clear. Spartans, yes sir. Issei, let's begin. The Spartans separated in several directions to finish off the renegade demons and monsters. Issei arrived at the shelter where all the demons were hiding. The women and children, seeing Issei, thought he was going to kill them since he was covered in blood. Issei, calm down, I'm not going to hurt you, don't worry. Issei saw wounded children and women and others on the ground. Issei, I hate to admit when someone is right, but Rukia, you were right this time. Issei created green magic that began to envelop his entire body. Issei released all the magic around the demons, starting to heal their wounds. Issei, stay here and take cover, this will be over soon. Issei went out, causing an explosion of spiritual energy that made all the enemies fall. Master Chief, the boss became serious. Spartan, sir, the enemies are falling from the sky. Master Chief, kill them, the boss gives us the advantage. Spartans, yes sir. Issei ran, killing every enemy he saw until he reached the field where he saw all the leaders and gods lying on the ground in front of Grendel, Apophis, and Jabberwocky. Grendel, who is this human? Issei, you are the enemies. Jabberwocky, and if so, a human like you, what could he do to us? Issei creates a magic circle from which a giant wolf emerges. Apophis, what do you think a weak little wolf like him would do to us? Issei, Wolf, take care of Jabberwocky, leave Grendel and Apophis to me. Wolf, wow. Wolf began to grow more. Wolf launched himself at Jabberwocky, carrying him away from there. Issei, let's start dragons. Grendel/Apophis, don't regret, arrogant human. Grendel and Apophis launched themselves at Issei. He waited for them until he disappeared and kicked them both, sending them 30 kilometers away. Issei, good, here we can fight without the need to hurt anyone else. Grendel, you're an idiot, no one will help you now. Issei, by hurting me. Apophis, how arrogant can you be, human? Issei, let's see what they have. The dragons threw fire at him, but he dodged it and hit them in the face. Issei followed them and hit them in the head, throwing them and embedding them in the ground. Issei, it was supposed to be one of the 15 strongest dragons in the world, what a disappointment. Grendel comes out of the ground and launches an attack at him. Grendel, fire of purgatory. Grendel threw a flame at him that Issei dodged with ease, but this flame began to follow Issei. Issei, how annoying ice make. Issei, ice mastery. A large amount of ice went towards the flame that completely exterminated it. Azazel, what was that? Seraphol, it's a very powerful ice control attack, not even I can control it for as long as that. Issei controlled the ice perfectly. Apophis, I'll take care of it. Apophis lit his body on fire and engulfed Issei's attack, destroying it. Issei, I have something for you. Apophis, water control great shark tsunami. A huge wave with water sharks had appeared, hitting Apophis, sending him into a mountain. Surzek, another attack of legendary magic, how is that? Odin, now I understand. Michael, what do you mean, Odin-sama? Odin, that's why he asked me to go to the forest of giants. Zeus, don't tell me that Brad achieved it. Odin, not even I have been able to achieve it, and that I had to lose my eye to obtain some of its power. Kiba, what do you mean? Odin, kid, if you've heard my story, you've heard about the well of Mimir, the one that kept infinite knowledge, but what was beyond it were the Mimir waterfalls. One day training here would be 2 years training in the waterfalls, but I could never get there. Rias, Mimir's knowledge plus the training, I have learned to use all the magic. Odin, It is the most possible, but what worries me the most is that he has created his own. With Issei. Issei, I don't think that was all. Stand up, let's continue fighting. Grendel, damn you. Grendel and Apophis came out to attack him again, but Issei dodged them and hit them. Issei, I thought they would last longer. Honestly, I'll end this battle then. Issei created swords that pierced Grendel and Apophis, leaving them dead on the ground. Surzak, I killed them. Odin, that magic. Michael, creation magic, but it is very powerful. Then Wolf appears with the lifeless body of Jabberwocky. Issei, well done, Wolf. Thank you for bringing me the bodies. You can go back. Rias, what are you going to do? Issei, you souls of the dragons that I just killed, get up and follow my orders. Obey me and I promise you that you will have a wonderful future. Zeus, why does he say all that? Issei, get up. The bodies began to rise and expel a dark aura. Grendel/Jabberwocky/Apophis, from now on we swear to serve you for life, our king. Issei, excellent. Michael, it is not possible. I have revived the three of you and now you are going to serve him. It is not possible. Not even Father could do that. Chapter 10, Kotora's Return. Everyone was in disbelief at what they just saw. Issei, in the end it was not a waste of time. I have more warriors at my disposal. You three want you to go to northern Japan, right in the middle of the sea roar, and the sea will open. That will be your new home. Grendel/Apophis/Jabberwocky, yes, king. The three dragons raised their wings and went through a portal in the sky. Issei, good. Issei covered everyone with his healing magic and healed everyone's wounds. Issei, recovery magic. Issei spread his magic throughout the city, healing and recovering the destroyed houses. Issei, well, that's it, that was a lot of work. Then his men appear. Issei, Master Chief. Master Chief, sir, we killed all the demons and monsters that managed to enter the city. Issei, good job, Master Chief. You can go back now. I will be informing you of your next mission. Master Chief, yes, sir. Issei's men opened a portal that they crossed and returned to the human world. Issei, my work is done, Loki. Loki, yes. Issei, we will be in touch. I will need more minerals. We discuss the payment methods another day. Loki, good. Issei walked to the side where he saw how everyone was looking at him. Issei, they are looking at me, losers. Issei opened a portal and left. Issei appeared at his house. It was already 2 in the morning and Issei enters his room. When he does so, he sees Rukia awake. Issei, what are you doing up so late? Rukia, waiting for you. Issei, you should have slept. You had no reason to wait for me after you have to work. Rukia, you are already here, so you have to sleep. Issei puts on his pajamas and lies down next to Rukia, giving her a kiss on her lips and falling asleep. Time skip 4 weeks. In these weeks, Issei went to university without being bothered by the leaders. Issei was walking around his university when he saw people approaching the television. Issei passed by and saw the news. Reporter, young Kotora Hayato was released from prison. Since some videos appeared where Kotora Hayato was shown in another place on the same day, and at the same time with this the relatives and the prosecutor withdrew the complaint. Issei, so why did they release the idiot by moving their influences? How pathetic, and I thought I would have a few quiet years in university. Well, since Issei left the university and took his car to go home. When he arrived, he lay down on his bed and fell asleep. When he woke up, he saw that it was 7 at night, so he got up, took his car and drove to the Kichiki company. When he arrived, he went up to Rukia's office, but when he arrived, he didn't see her. Issei, excuse me. Secretary, yes. Issei, where's my wife Rukia Kichiki? Secretary, she had a last-minute meeting with the person in charge of the jail megaport construction site. Issei, I understand, thank you. Issei called jail. Jail, sir, tell me why you called me. Issei, you requested a last-minute meeting. Jail, no sir, in fact I'm already at home. Issei, I understand, thank you, jail. Issei hung up. Issei, I don't even like this. Issei called Rukia, but his cell phone was off. Issei, Rukia never turns off her cell phone, something happened. Issei calls out to Byakuya. Byakuya, Issei, what happened? Issei, what time was the last time you saw Rukia? Byakuya, at 5 because. Issei, did she tell you that she had a meeting or something? Byakuya, no, she didn't tell me anything. Issei, thanks. Issei hangs up and tries to track Rukia's cell phone but notices that the tracking chip has been removed. Issei begins to concentrate. Issei, I found you. Issei took his car and drove at full speed. Issei called Rio. Rio, brother Issei, what happened? Issei, track my cell phone, I want you to come and help me with some matters. Rio, good. Issei hangs up. He was driving for 20 minutes until he arrived at an abandoned building. Issei concentrated and noticed that Rukia was tied to a chair and that around her there were more than 40 armed men. Issei quickly entered and heard how a man began to touch Rukia and was about to touch her. She was shedding tears. Issei quickly appears next to Rukia and kicks the guy, sending him into a column. Issei disappears with Rukia and they go out to the street. Rio, brother Issei, what happened? Issei, take her out of here, please take her home. Rukia, I Issei them almost. Issei had his face covered by his hair. Issei, take care of her, Rio, and leave her home safe. English, Rio, yes, brother Issei. Rio got on Rukia and accelerated the car. Rukia, no wait, there were armed men. Issei could. Rio, calm down, brother Issei could never lose and I had never seen that look before. In fact, brother Issei is the strongest and most lethal when he is calm. I would never want to see him being upset. With Issei he still had his face covered. Issei, it's funny, I thought I could protect her just by watching her. I was wrong, I wanted to protect her only with my power, but I'm not even close to her. How can I get excited about calling her my wife if I'm not even capable of protecting her? White King. Issei, let's kill them all. Inside. Mercenary 1, what was that? Mercenary 2, I don't know. Mercenary 3, stay alert and look for the girl. Then a wall exploded, causing a cloud of dust. Mercenary, shoot. Issei didn't say anything, he just moved forward until he stood in front of a mercenary. Mercenary, die, damn it. Issei, water dragon dance. Issei cut off his head and that of the 5 mercenaries. Mercenary, keep shooting. Issei killed every mercenary he saw by cutting them in half or cutting their heads off. Issei continued killing distractedly and left-handedly until he reached the mercenary who was going to blow up Rukia. Issei, who told you to do this? Mercenary, I'll tell you, don't kill me, it was you, Kuchiki, it was you, he was the one who told me to do it, I didn't want to, let me go. Issei, where will you go? I hope you are tortured for life, you damn scum. Issei put the sword in his mouth and cut him in half. Issei left the building and burned it completely. Issei, this doesn't end here. Issei detransformed and grabbed a motorcycle and left for the Kuchiki mansion upon arrival. Issei broke the golden door and entered. Genrei, what does this mean, Issei? Issei, where is you? Genrei, what? Issei, where is you? You, I'm here, what do you want, Imbi? Issei disappeared from Genrei's sight, and when he turned around Issei had you against a wall with a sword at his neck. Genrei, Issei, what do you think you're doing? Issei, tell them what you did. Hiroko, make my grandson do nothing, let him go now or I'll call the police, you don't know what I'll call them now. Issei, hang up that phone or I'll cut his throat. Hiroko won't call. Issei, tell them you sent a mercenary to kidnap Rukia, tell them. Hiroko, idiot, I told you to be careful. Issei, with that answer I must assume that everyone here knew about kidnapping. Well, the mercenaries wanted to rape my wife and then kill her. How did they know that? Get ready for what I'm going to do. Issei makes a call. Issei, that's it. Hiroko, what did you do? You'll find out tomorrow. Issei left. Genrei and Yu's father went to sleep. You, Grandma, you must make me president, otherwise Issei will continue to do what he wants. Hiroko, I'm not dead yet, so no. At that time, you gave his grandmother a tea that contained poison. After drinking it, the grandmother fell to the ground dead. With Issei, he had arrived at his house. Issei arrived and saw Rukia crying in Hizana's arms while she and Byakuya comforted her until Rukia saw Issei. When she saw him, she saw blood on his shirt and tears falling from him. Rukia, Issei. Rukia gets up and sees him. Issei looks at her and falls to his knees crying. Issei, Rukia, forgive me, please forgive me, I was not there for you, I do not know how can I call myself your husband if I cannot even protect you, I am sorry, kill me, hate me, I do not deserve to be by your side. Issei. He said all this thinking that he would lose his family, but Rukia hugged him and said, Rukia, I would never hate you, Issei, you are the man I have fallen in love with and you are the man I want to see every time I wake up because I know that even if I am in danger at the end of everything you will always go to save me. Issei cried in his arms and so did Rukia. Issei, forgive me. Issei cried for a few minutes until he calmed down and apologized and Byakuya and Hizana went to sleep as Issei and Rukia did. Rukia, Issei. Issei, what happened, are you okay? Rukia, yes, I just don't want to sleep tonight. Issei knew what she meant, so little by little and slowly he gave her a passionate kiss. Rukia, I want to be yours. Those words were enough for Issei to pick her up. And he will begin to kiss her everywhere, making Rukia excited. Issei, I love you. Rukia, I love you. So at night they consummated their love. The next day Issei was getting up and saw Rukia next to him naked, so he kissed her on her forehead, and she woke up to kiss him. Issei, good morning. Rukia, good morning. At that Hizana walks in through the door and looks at them. Hizana, Rukia. Rukia, Mom, could you knock on the door? Hizana, your dad just got called by his brother, Grandma Hiroko just passed away. Rukia/Issei, what? 2 hours passed and Byakuya, Hizana, Rukia and Issei had arrived at Hiroko's wake. When they entered you saw Issei. You, what are you doing here? Because of you my dear grandmother died. Issei, you better keep your composure, you're at a wake and raising false testimony can come in handy. You, what do you know, damn it? Issei whispers in her ear. Issei, I know you're now the president of the Kikis company, how fast? Not from what I know, the grandmother was in good medical health, you don't want me to start suspecting that she could have been murdered or yes. You, damn it. Issei, better not say anything. You return to the coffin. Issei, I'll be outside for a while, you guys say goodbye. Issei came out, took out a cigarette and smoked it. Issei, maybe you were very stupid to pamper you so much and spoil him to the point that he believed that no one could do anything to him despite all that you never showed an ounce of affection for Rukia. I'm not happy about your death, but I'm not sad either. Wherever you go, Grandma, I hope you do the right thing next time. Issei did not go to the university for 3 days for the wake and the burial in order to accompany Rukia. During these 3 days the Kikis company passed into the hands of you, who began to feel superior to the others and even wanted to take charge of the megaport work. Issei, seriously, that's what he did? Rukia, yes, he took me out of the negotiation and now he's handling it, and without warning he fired me and the entire council voted in favor. Issei, that's what they did. Rukia, yes. Issei, don't worry. Rukia, because Nam. Issei, with jail we had already planned that with the death of the grandmother the company would pass into the hands of you, and he wanted to do the negotiation himself, so it's simple. Jail will call the company and tell you that he no longer wants to do the business of delivering materials with them, and then the company will be out of business, and the bank that slows them down, the money will want it back. That will make the company go bankrupt, and they will have to sell shares. That's where I will buy them there. Rukia, because you would keep that company. Issei, because Rukia, you are going to be the new president of the Kikis company. Rukia, seriously, Issei, but me. Issei, Rukia, jail has been telling me about your performance during the negotiation and delivery of the materials. You have what it takes, will be the new president. Rukia hugs Issei and reciprocates. At the Kikis company. Kikis, how did you allow this to happen? You, I did nothing. The bank wants their money by tomorrow. Kikis, we don't have that amount. Shiro, We have no choice but to sell the shares. There is still a chance if the Shiba company wants to withdraw the contract we can take as much money as we want for breach of contract. Katsumi, Mr. Jail has just arrived. Brother Jail, what do you bring here? Jail, I came to give you this. These are numbers. Thanks, Brother Jail. I knew that my experience would please you and you gave us more numbers for more business. Thanks. Jail, from now on everything will be through our lawyers. What? Jail, your ineptitude and lack of responsibility towards the work of the megaport makes me sick. From now on it will be legally with permission. Jail leaves. Kachiki, what did you just do? Damn it, we will sell the shares, damn it. At night all the shares had been bought. Who bought them? Katsumi, the new president is coming. 1 hour passed and the new president had arrived and entered the boardroom. What are you doing here, Rukia? This is an important meeting. Rukia, sit down. You are in front of the new president of Kachiki Enterprises. What you? Rukia, I bought all the shares. Now the company belongs to me. As for you, I want you out as soon as possible. I don't want a useless person in my company. Approaches her. Damn you. You tried to slap him, but someone grabbed him by the wrist. Issei, what were you going to do, idiot? To Issei. Issei throws him against the door. Issei, get out now. Leaves from there. Kachiki, to Issei. Shiba, what are you doing here? Everyone greeted him respectfully. Issei, I just came to accompany my wife in her new position. Rukia, well, from now on things are going to change. The board will remain as it is, but from now on the company account, and everything related to it, I will carry it. I do not want any more unnecessary withdrawals of money. The salaries will remain the same, and from now on I will be Mrs. Shiba for you, it is clear. Everyone, yes. Issei, mind, that's my wife. So the day passed and Issei and Rukia returned home to sleep. The next day Issei was already going in his car to the university. Issei, Rio, yes, brother Issei. Issei, I want Rukia to be escorted by 4 bodyguards, the best we have right now, and 4 snipers to always watch over her from afar. Tell them that I will considerably increase their salary that they earned. Rio, I won't have any problems, brother Issei. I will send the 8 men immediately. Issei, thank you. Issei hung up and continued driving. When he reached the university, he got out and entered his classroom. Issei, I hope you are ready for today's exam. Issei handed out the exam. Issei, well, begin. Issei finished the exam in 20 minutes. He handed it in and left. Issei walked to the university's roof to drink water and look at the sky. Issei was resting peacefully until the door opens and he enters. Kotaru accompanied by Rias and Akeno. Kotaru, well, but he is my twin brother, ha ha ha, although now you look at a little workshop, no, and also your face is more profiled, well, it doesn't matter. Issei, what do they want? Kotaru, listen to me, imbecile, I heard that you cut out grandma's eye. Issei, yes, so what? Kotaru, nobody messes with my family. Kotaru lunged at Issei. Issei, you want to fight for the stupid old lady. Kotaru got upset and kicked him, but Issei had covered himself and was only pushed back a few meters. Issei, that had to hurt, right? I didn't feel anything. Kotaru, damn, ha ha ha, arrogant, stupid, let's go drig. Drag, yes. Kotaru / drag, balance breaker. Drag, Welsh dragon balance breaker. Issei, it's true, I had forgotten that you were the security. What does it feel like to be a celestial just because drag was one in the past? Kotaru, you like to humiliate others, isn't it true? Issei, only those who deserve it. Kotaru launched himself at Issei to hit him in the face, but Issei easily dodged it. Kotaru, mind how fast is he? Issei, look how idiotic you are. Issei pressed his middle finger with his thumb, and when he released it, the taste of wind sent Issei against the bars, breaking them. Issei, hey you brat, do your leaders know what this idiot is doing? Rias, he said he just wanted to talk. Issei, and you believe this idiot? I really think you don't know who you're messing with. Kotaru tried to take advantage of the fact that Issei was talking to Rias to punch him in the face, but Issei grabbed him by the fist and brought him closer to him. Issei, listen to me, well, idiot, nothing bad will happen to you if you don't mess with me, but if you mess with me or any of my family, I promise that I will kill you in the worst way and I will feed you to my wolf. We are clear. Kotaru, stop me, you and how many more? Issei, or just me? Rias, no, Issei. Issei broke Kotaru's wrist and hit him in the liver, going through it, leaving a hole so that Kotaru then falls to the ground. Kotaru, aaa. Issei, use a phoenix tear on the idiot demon before I kill him. Issei was walking away. Issei, I think you know what you have to do, Kotaru, just stay away from my family, and you won't have any serious problems. Issei was gone. Rias had used the phoenix tear on Kotaru. Kotaru, damn it, how could I be humiliated like this? That bastard will pay me for it. Rias, Kotaru, Issei is stronger than you think and he hadn't even transformed yet. It is better than you leave him. Kotaru, he will never pay me for it. I will find a way. Chapter 11 Vacation. Issei had finished the semester and had nothing else to do, so he talked to Rukia. Rukia, let's go. Issei, yes, for a couple of weeks before the second semester starts. Rukia, I don't know, being the new president of the Kikis company, I have been correcting everything they have done, and the truth is a lot of work. Issei, I lose, that's why we are taking a vacation. Rukia and his Anna agree with the trip. Rukia, I don't know, I feel that it would not be the time. Issei, let's see if we leave in 3 days and in these days we take care of the company's problems. Rukia, you are going to help me. Issei, you are my wife, right? Rukia kisses him. Rukia, thank you. Issei, to you, my love. Issei and Rukia slept hugging each other. The next day, Issei and Rukia were at the Kikis company solving the problems. Rukia, AAA, I don't know what to do. Issei, the problem is because of the capital. It seems that the grandmother no longer knew how to ask for more loans from the bank, and if she didn't know, even less the useless you. Well, if that's the case, we'll have to go visit the owner of the bank. Rukia, I've never seen him. Issei, well, he's a great guy, at least better than the previous director, let's go. Issei and Rukia left in Issei's car and arrived at the bank. Upon entering, they go to a window. Issei, hello, I would like to come speak to the manager. Receptionist, I'm sorry but you can't, the director is very busy, come back another day. Issei, tell him that I am coming to speak to Issei Shiba. Receptionist, I'm sorry but I already told you to please leave or I will be forced to call security. Then his supervisor appears. Supervisor, what's going on here? Issei, oh Yumi, it's nice to see you again. Yumi, Mr. Shiba, what are you doing at the window? Issei, I wanted to speak to the manager. Yumi, right now I'm letting you wait in the main hall, please come up with me. Rukia and Issei went up with Yumi and waited for her in the hall. They were sitting until Yumi and the owner came out of the doors. Issei, JL, how long? JL, Issei should have called me before coming. Issei, I'm sorry, since what I see you have a lot of work. JL, too much. The idiot of the previous owner left a lot of paperwork, although I am almost finishing it. What do you need? Issei, oh sorry for the rudeness, this is my wife Rukia Kichiki. JL, oh I see, she is the famous Rukia. Rukia, famous. JL, Issei does not stop bragging in the meetings we have about how beautiful and talented his wife is. But you are not lying, she is more beautiful than you realized. A pleasure I am. Cortez. Rukia, nice to meet you. JL, well, let's go in. They enter JL's office. JL, well, what do you need from me, Miss Kichiki? Rukia, I would need a loan to be able to pay for the materials we need, and after that more loans for our future works. JL, I see. I don't know, from what I understand the Kikis company has many financial problems, and its projects and works have never turned out well. Issei, that's because the company was run by 2 incompetents. Now my wife is the one in charge of the company, and the Shiba company supports hers. JL, I see. If that's like that, then there would be no problems. That is, if the installments are not paid properly, we will have to take legal action. I'm sorry, Issei, but you know how this is. Issei L. Rukia, don't worry, I will personally take care of each installment. JL. Well, then there is no problem. The loan will be given to you without problems if that's all. Issei. Yes, thank you. JL. I almost forgot. Issei takes it. JL throws him a card. Issei, what is this? JL. They are exclusive cards for our best clients. As your financial advisor, I took care of transferring all your money to the card. With that card that will be launched in a couple of days, you will no longer have to go to the window. Please, Issei, you have never been to the window, so with that card you will enter directly to my office. Issei, thanks to you, JL. Issei and Rukia leave the bank and return to Rukia's company in the car. Rukia, Issei JL was your financial advisor. Issei, he's my financial advisor. Rukia, what is it like? Issei, JL works for me, so I made him the bank director. Rukia opens her eyes. Rukia, you are the owner of the bank. Issei, yes. Rukia, but how? Issei, when we went with JL to the bank to talk to the director, he didn't give us much confidence, so we decided to investigate him, and apparently he stole money from the people who went to the bank. Of course, he stole in small amounts so that the clients wouldn't notice. So I sent that information to the police, and now he is serving a very long sentence. So since the bank did not have a director, the board of directors decided to sell the shares. That was where JL recommended me to buy them, so I did, but I made him director. Rukia, how many more companies do you have? Issei, you'll find out over time. Rukia. Issei. Issei, I'll tell you later. Issei and Rukia arrived at the company and continued working. 2 days passed, and it was night. Rukia, we're finally finished. Issei, I'm sleepy, love. How about we go now? Rukia, yes, let's go now. Rukia and Issei got into their car and headed back to their house. When they arrived, Issei took a shower and lay down on the bed, just like Rukia. Rukia, you already know where we'll go. Issei, it's a surprise, but I have a lovely vacation planned. Rukia, well, let's get some sleep, because tomorrow we have to travel. Issei, sleep. Issei kisses Rukia and they both fall asleep. The next day, the family had finished lunch. Byakuya, where will we go? Issei, it'll be a surprise. Issei drove to the airport. Stewardess, sir, the jet is ready. Byakuya, Rukia, Hizana, and Issei boarded the plane. Issei, the jet has everything: sleeping quarters, several refrigerators, 3 bathrooms, television, internet, and the stewardesses will prepare breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stewardess, it will be a pleasure to accompany you on your flight. Rukia, why so much? Issei, the trip will be 1 day to get there, so. Rukia, 1 day where we will go. Issei, it's a surprise. They spent 1 full day on the jet watching movies, playing, eating, and sleeping until dawn. Issei, we've already arrived up there. Rukia and the others get up. Rukia, Hizana, and Byakuya look out the window. Byakuya, it's Brazil. Issei, welcome to Brazil. When the plane landed, they got into a car and arrived at the hotel. Receptionist, welcome to the Belmont Copacabana Palace. Your rooms are over here, please follow us. The receptionist took them to their room when they went down to have breakfast. Byakuya, what are we going to do here? Issei, the tours, guides, and transportation are already booked. We will be in Brazil for 3 days, then we will go to another country. Everyone tie up and left for the tour. They were walking around several places. Guide, well, now we will go to one of the 7 wonders of the world, Christ the Redeemer. They got on the cable car and walked for a while until they arrived. Guide, that would be all for today, we must return before that. And those several shots were heard. Guide, or not. Issei, who are they? Guide, they are from a favela, they come to steal here, but today they arrived first. Delinquent, give me everything or I'll blow your heads off. They were taking everyone's belongings until they tried to steal from Rukia. Issei, Carefully give them everything, don't worry. Rukia, yes, it's okay. Rukia was letting go of everything. Delinquent 2, or worse, look at that beautiful woman, why aren't we going to my house, gorgeous? Issei, hey, she's giving you all her belongings, leave her. Delinquent 3, don't get involved. The delinquent had hit him with the gun, but Issei hadn't even moved or bled. Issei, I'll give you 3 seconds to leave her. Issei 1. The criminals began to aim at them. Issei 2. Delinquent, come on, be brave so you can see what happens to you. Issei 3. The lights had gone out. Delinquent, what's going on? Delinquent 2, don't put down your weapons. Issei hit the one who was holding Rukia and broke his face, knocking him out one-on-one. Issei knocked them out until only the leader remained. The lights had come back on, and Issei was in front of the leader. Delinquent, you think you're good, right? Now I can see you. The delinquent was going to shoot him, but when he pulled the trigger, this gun wouldn't fire. Issei, you should see your ammo. The delinquent saw that he didn't have the magazine. Issei shows him that he had it. Issei, it's over. The criminal takes out a knife. Rukia, Issei, be careful. Issei, calm down, love, I'm the strongest here. The delinquent tried to stab him, but Issei just played with him until he disarmed him. And I kick him, knocking him out on the spot. Issei, the police should be arriving soon. When they arrived, they took all the criminals to prison. When they returned, everyone went to rest. That's how the 3 days in Brazil passed. The family was already on the private jet traveling to their new destination. Rukia, now where? Issei, it's not very far, it's 12 hours, so rest. The 12 hours that the trip lasts have passed. Captain, Mr. Shiba, if you can look to your right, you will see the beautiful city of Paris. Rukia, Paris. Issei, the city of love. Issei and the others landed and arrived at the hotel. Receptionist, welcome to the Shangri-La Hotel Paris. Issei, the rooms have the best view of the Eiffel Tower. Issei, it's night time, so we'll go to dinner and then sleep tomorrow. We have more tours throughout the city and various places. Hisana, this is going to be beautiful Paris, love, we've never been here. Byakuya, Luz, let's go to our room. These days everyone had gone out to enjoy the city, the Eiffel Tower, and all the places in the city. Issei, today we will go to the Fontainebleau forest. Rukia, a forest. Issei, I want to visit someone. Everyone got in the car and drove to the forest. When they arrived, they saw it. Everyone gets on a horse and starts riding. They were riding following their guide until an explosion occurred. Rukia, what was that? Guide, I'm sure it's nothing, let's go somewhere else. Issei, what's going on over there? Guide, like I told you, it should be nothing, sir, let's go somewhere else. Issei gets off the horse and grabs the guide by the neck. Rukia, Issei, what are you doing? Issei, what's going on? The guide was taking out a knife, but Issei takes it away from him. Issei, I see, so you found my friends. Guide, what? Issei slams him against a tree and puts him to sleep. Issei, come on. Issei started running, followed by Byakuya, Hisana, and Rukia. They ran for 5 minutes until they reached a part of the forest that was being burned. Rukia, animals. Issei, I didn't want them to see me doing this without telling them first. Suetun Suryuden Water Mastery. The water dragon began to pass over the entire fire, putting it out. They then saw a golem and a giant creature being attacked. Issei, Ivern. Chapter 12, Vacation Part 2. Issei, Ivern, Margaret. Issei quickly beats up the attackers and helps Ivern and Margarita. Rukia, what are they? Issei, they are friends, calm down, you already healed them. Issei healed Ivern and Margarita. Ivern, the humans and some demons are looking for Jean and the fairies. Issei, guide me. Issei, Ivern, Margarita, Rukia, Byakuya, and Hisana ran after Issei. Rukia, Issei, who is Jean, where do you know them from and who are they? Issei, It was 8 years ago on one of my missions when I was in the army. Flashback. Alexandrov. Good, they will go to France, Paris. On the outskirts, a group of terrorists has been detected. The Prime Minister requested this help, so they must go and finish off these. I repeat, finish off. No survivors are required. What the Prime Minister wants is for the terrorists to take this with fear so they do not commit more terrorist acts. Well, go. Captain. Good, the mission is simple: infiltration and extermination. Soldiers. Yes, sir. When they arrived in Paris, a group of French soldiers greeted them. They got into some black armored cars and went to the command room. Prime Minister, thank you for coming. General Alexandrov told us that he would send the best. Captain, and so it is, sir. Prime Minister, finish them all. Captain, we will do it today. When night came, everyone was in front of the building. Issei, sir, there are more than 200 terrorists in there. Captain, well, be careful. According to intelligence, they have nuclear weapons in their hands. If these explode, Paris will cease to exist. Soldiers. Yes, sir. They all entered through the ventilation ducts. Captain, the exit is 50 meters away. Issei, I want you to stay there and kill everyone who comes out. Issei, yes, sir. Issei was at the escape door when he saw several mercenaries escaping. Issei, they won't escape. Issei began to shoot them, killing them one by one. When I finished with everyone, I saw one run towards another building. Issei ran to chase him. When he entered the building, he saw that he was going west and down to the basement. When he went down, he saw the nuclear bomb and a capsule next to him. Issei, stop. Issei shot him, killing him. Issei saw the capsule and saw Ivan trapped in it. Issei, what are you? Issei looked at him carefully. Captain, Issei, where are you? We still haven't found the bomb. Issei, I'm in the building across the street in the basement. I found the bomb. Captain, let's go there. Issei, I have to get you out of here. Issei opened the capsule and carried Ivan until he got him out of there. When he came out, he saw that they were in the Fontainebleau forest. Issei, here you will be free, my friend, you can go. Ivan, thank you. Issei saw him leave. When he returned, he informed his captain of everything, and thus the mission ended. Prime Minister, thank you for the help. We will be indebted to you. Captain, see you. Issei, sir, permission to stay for a week. Captain, okay, Issei, you earned it. Issei, thank you, sir. Issei took a taxi and went to the Fontainebleau forest. When he arrived, he looked for Ivan. Issei, hey, it's me, where are you? Issei searched for him until he saw him in a huge tree next to several strange animals, wolves with 2 heads, rocks that moved, huge toads, and several other creatures. When the creatures saw Issei, they got scared, but Ivan calmed them down. Issei, who are they? Ivan, they are mythical creatures that hide from humans all over the world. Issei, you found them. Ivan, yes. Issei, and you take care of them because you were in that capsule. Ivan, the humans found me in this forest and wanted to experiment on me, but you saved me, thanks. Issei, you're welcome, but it's you. Ivan, I used to be a human many years ago, but when I was traveling the world I found a strange tree, so I started experimenting with it, and when I understood its purpose, this tree fell on top of me, but it didn't kill me, it joined me. Since then I understand that all life matters, but I protect animals from humans. Issei, and since then you hide them here. Ivan, yes. Issei, and you're alone. He's not alone. Then a woman appears. Issei, you're a dryad. I've heard of you, but I've never seen one. Jean, my name is Jean and I'm Ivan's wife. Ivan, Jean, what are you doing here? Jean, new friends have come. Little fairies are starting to come down from the tree. Ivan, hello fairies. Fairy, hello Mr. Ivan. They all welcomed those who were there. Issei spent the week with them playing, learning and having fun. Issei, I have to go now, but I will visit you again often, take care. Issei returned to Japan. End of flashback. Issei, after that day I could never return because of the work I had. I'm sorry, Ivan. Ivan, don't worry, we understand you, now let's look for Jean. When they arrive, they see several burned houses and fairies on the ground cut up, one in the boot of a demon. English, fairy, please don't burn down our home. Demon, you dress like a despicable human fairy, haha, you know you guys don't go to heaven or hell, you just disappear. The demon was about to step on her, but Issei grabbed her leg and cut it off. Issei, and knowing that you decided to hurt them. Demon, who are you? Issei had his face covered. Issei, I'm sorry, Jean is late as always. Jean, Issei the fairies. Jean was crying. Issei, Ivan, take care of Jean and gather the fairies, please, I will finish off these bastards. Demon, and you finish us off, there are 78 against you alone. Issei, there are not 78 corpses. Issei drew his sword and killed 5 demons quickly. Demon, I didn't even see him move when. Issei, I'll kill all of you. English, Rukia, that's Issei, what happened to him? Ivan, he told you that they experienced him. Rukia, yes. Ivan, that's what they turned him into, but now he has control of himself, but he doesn't use that form unless he's upset. Issei began to cut them all, killing them by splitting them in half, piercing their hearts, and cutting off their heads. Demon, it's just one, kill him. Some out of fear tried to flee. Issei, no one will leave here. Issei killed 77 demons, and only one was left that was about to kill him. Issei, who sent you? How did they know about this place? Demon, they didn't send us the Cows Brigade, they knew that the Divine Willow was here, so they sent us to capture it. Ivan, they were coming for me. Issei, what is your leader's name? Demon, I don't know, we were just following Shelba Beelzebub's orders. Issei, thanks for that information. Issei cuts his neck and detransforms. Issei returned to the fairies. Fairy, Issei and I. Issei, hello fairy. Fairy, my sisters died. Issei was still with his face covered and crying. Issei, I'm sorry fairy, but let me bring them back. Fairy, what? Issei, I'll take care of it. Issei stood up and raised a green fire. Issei, I'll bring them back. Issei began to release blood from his body. Issei, I don't care what you do. I don't care about the rules of the world or those of any world, I make my own rules. Issei released the green fire around the dead fairies. Issei, fairies don't go to heaven or hell, they simply disappear, but they still decided to defend Jean, even so they decided to fight for their home. I have not met stubborn creatures, adorable and as brave as you fairies, so up. Issei began to release his blood on top of the green fire that enveloped the fairies. Ivan, this is divine power. Jean, the power that only a few gods have. Issei, they will never, ever hurt the people I love again, and for that I will make sure that they know how to defend themselves, and you should not leave me alone up there again. Issei saw how the green fire disappeared and the Hediras coughed. Issei, help them, Jean. Issei fell to the ground tired, but Rukia caught him. Issei turned his face. Issei, I'm sorry you saw me like that. Rukia, don't apologize, you did what you had to do, I understand you, I would have done the same with those bastards. Issei, thank you. Rukia kissed Issei and he fell unconscious. Rukia, Issei. Ivan, calm down, it's okay. Rukia, since when do you know Issei? Ivan, he already told you 8 years ago. He saved me from some terrorists who were going to experiment on me. Jean, Issei stayed with us for a week, the fairies love him very much. The fairies hugged Issei. A fairy approached Rukia. Fairy, excuse me. Rukia, yes. Fairy, you are Issei and I's girlfriend. Rukia, I am his wife. Fairy, I can call you Rukia and I. English, Rukia, of course, come here. Rukia carried and hugged the little fairy. 1 full day passed, and it was night again, and Issei began to wake up when he saw Rukia lying next to him while they were in one of the houses in the forest. Issei, what happened? Rukia, Issei. Rukia hugs him. Rukia, are you okay? Issei, yes, I must have used a lot of energy to bring them back. Rukia, Issei, it is true what Ivern told us. Issei, what a thing. Rukia, that you are a god. Issei, practically yes I am, although I was not born one, I gained the power of one and became a god. Rukia, and why didn't you tell me? Issei, I didn't tell almost anyone. Ivern must have found out on his own. Issei, where is everyone? Rukia, outside, they don't know what to do. Issei, let's go with them. Issei gets up and sees everyone. The fairies launch themselves at him to cry on his chest. Issei, calm down, she's safe now. Ivern, yes, but now we have nowhere to live. Issei, I can help you with that. Issei calls his pilot. Issei, how much? 1 hour is fine. Issei, we'll go to another place where they won't be able to find us. Jean, where? Issei, they'll find out. Ivern, how will we get everyone there? Issei, I have a bigger plan. 1 hour passed, and they saw a plane approaching. Rukia, there is no landing strip. Issei, calm down, she doesn't need it. The plane landed above them, and its wings stopped forming turbines that made it float in one place and descended. Pilot, Chief Shiba. Issei, thank you for bringing the plane. Everyone get on and set a course for Isla Nublar. Pilot, yes sir. 2 hours passed. Issei, Ivern, is everyone on board? Ivern, yes, that's everyone. Issei, well, let's go. Byakuya, where? Issei, 5 years ago I found a secret place, a hollow land between the Sea of Japan and Russia. When I found it, I set up a research place, and every creature, every being in danger in the human world, I hid it there. I have friends who take care of them and feed them. Pilot, we will arrive in approximately 6 hours. Issei, Ivern, they are all right. Ivern, if I look closely, they are all, no one is missing, wait. Issei, what happened? Ivern, where is the ferry? Issei, there, I don't know where it is. Keep flying. I'll be back soon. Pilot, yes sir. Issei opens a portal and goes through it. When he goes through, he appears in the forest. He walks everywhere until he reaches where they lived and sees the fairy sitting trying to revive the burned land. Issei, fairy, why did you stay? Fairy, this is our home, we can't leave and leave it. Issei, fairy, a home is not a place you have arrived at, home goes where all of you are, home is you, your loved ones. Fairy, because they always take our home away from us. Issei, no one will take your home away from you again, fairy. We will go where you are safe and can live in peace. Fairy, you swear. Issei, I swear, fairy. The fairy jumps on his chest and hugs him, crying. Issei, okay, calm down, let's go back, everyone is worried about you. Issei opens the portal and crosses it. When he passes through, he appears back on the plane. Jean, fairy, where were you? Fairy, I'm sorry. Jean, don't scare me like that again. Jean hugs her. Issei, how much longer? Pilot, 2 hours, sir. The boss is preparing a big welcome for you and has something to tell you. We discovered something in the hollow earth. It's bigger than we imagined. Issei, big, how big? Pilot, you'll see, sir. Chapter 13 Vacation Final Part. Pilot, sir, we're almost there. Issei and Rukia look out the pilot's window and see the ocean. Rukia, Issei, there's only sea here. Issei, calm down, pilot, start submerging. The pilots sank the plane, but they saw that no water was entering. Byakuya, the plane because it doesn't flood. Issei, the plane is designed to withstand the pressure of the ocean at high depths. The plane began to navigate beneath the ocean. Pilot, we arrived at the entrance, sir. The plane entered the underground cave and climbed until it reached a height where there was no more water. Pilot, we arrived, sir. Issei and everyone got out of the plane and saw some stairs until they reached the other side when they went up. Rukia, it's a huge cave. Issei, not only that. When they continued, they saw something that surprised them. Rukia, They are very big trees, I thought they needed sun to grow. Issei, when I discovered it I couldn't believe it, this place is like if it had its own ecosystem, come. As he enters he sees a couple of scientists. Scientist, sir, it's good that you're here. Issei, how are you? How's the research going? Scientist, sir, this place is bigger than we thought. Issei, how big? Scientist, follow me. Issei and the others left and got into a technological helicopter. Issei saw the dragons flying around the place. When they saw him they greeted him and continued flying. Issei, it was already big, how bigger can it be? The helicopter passed a vine of plants destroying them, and when they passed they saw it. Issei, this is like a new planet. Scientist, we believe that this place has always existed. This is the first time we have entered like this as well. Then a huge creature was about to attack them. Pilot, retreat. The pilots dodged the attack. Scientist, what was that? Issei, I don't know, but I'm going to destroy it. The helicopter opened and Issei left there. When Issei left, he saw the creature. Issei, and what about this bug? Issei takes out his sword and cuts it in half. In that, more of these things appeared. Issei continued cutting them without stopping. When they finally stopped appearing, he returned to the helicopter. Issei, they are gigantic as possible. Scientist, apparently this is a new world never seen before, and we are the first people to find it. Issei, let's go back. Everyone go back. Issei, Grendel Jabberwocky Apophis, you will take care of the scientists, and when they go to investigate the Hollow Earth you will accompany and protect them. Grendel, yes sir. Issei, we'll see you later. Issei says goodbye to Ivan and everyone he brought and returned with his family to the plane that left again. Rukia, the vacation is over. Issei, yes, but next time we will visit more places. They returned to Japan. The next day, Issei and Rukia said goodbye with a kiss and each went their own way. Issei was with Rio watching the crimes. He stayed until 11 at night when he received a call. Issei, what happened? Byakuya, Issei, we need you. Then the call is cut off. Issei opens a portal and crosses it. When he gets to his house he sees his family on the ground and Rukia being grabbed by the neck by a mercenary. Immediately Issei jumped towards the mercenaries and killed them all except one. Issei, Rio, eat clean up. Issei cut off his cell phone. Issei, well idiot, will you tell me by hook or by crook who hired you? Mercenary, no. Issei bends his arm. Mercenary, Quade, I won't tell you. Issei breaks his leg. Mercenary, okay, stop, it was the Hayadu family, they sent us to beat up your family. Issei, who exactly was it? Mercenary, Kodara Hayadu. Issei, thanks for the information. Issei slit his throat. Issei, they'll be okay. Rio is coming to take care of them. Byakuya, where are you going? Issei, let's get this over with. Issei walks out the door and opens a portal as he passes through. Issei, and we return to where it all began. It was night. Issei had entered but saw several mercenaries aiming at him. Issei just walked and the mercenaries began to shoot at him. Worse, Issei was covered with a magic barrier. Issei ran and killed everyone. When he finished he saw his family standing at the front door. English, Tsumaji, what are you doing here, brat? Why did you kill all our guards? Issei, to hire mercenaries. You are too stupid, old woman. Tsumaji, as you told me, damn child. Issei, what you heard, old woman, where Kotaru is? Kotaru, here I am, idiot. Kotaru came out behind him with his red dragon armor trying to hit him, but Issei grabbed him by the arm and slammed him against the ground. Issei, you sent mercenaries after my family. Kotaru, yes, and what? Asami, Kotaru, what did you do? Goro, let go of my bastard son. Goro had launched himself against Issei with his fists wrapped in magic, but he released his spiritual pressure, causing everyone to fall to the ground. Issei, to be clear, they are no match for me. Everyone was on the ground while Issei kicked Kotaru in the stomach, making him suffer. Kotaru, AAAA. English, Samaji. Stop it. Issei. Haha, look at trying to prevent this idiot from paying for what he did, how pathetic you look. Issei continued kicking Kotaru. Issei, one question, how could you put up with it for so long? Samaji, he's my grandson. Issei, I wasn't talking to you. At that a light shines from Kotaru's arm. Issei, Drake, it's a shame of a carrier, I don't know why I got someone like this idiot. Kotaru, damn it. Drake, you are a shame, pure stupidity is what you are a damn disappointment, you couldn't even reach the Juggernaut Drive. Issei, ha, not even your body partner wants you, what a shame. Issei continued kicking Kotaru. Samaji, stop it already. Issei, do you want me to stop it? Samaji, yes, stop it. Issei throws a rope at Samaji. Issei, if you want me to stop kicking him and making him suffer, you will use that and hang yourself from the streetlights so everyone can see how disgusting and trash you are, stupid old woman, come on, or I will not stop doing it. Issei continued kicking Kotaru. Samaji saw Kotaru and she grabbed the rope, for this Issei no longer influenced spiritual pressure towards her. Samaji did not say anything, she got up with the rope in hand and walked towards the streetlight. Goru, mom, no. Issei, wait, really you will do it, ha, let's go ahead. Samaji climbed onto the streetlight and hung herself. Issei, the truth is I didn't think I could do it, but seeing you is so satisfying for me after banishing me, after throwing me away like trash, after mistreating me for years, you die for a piece of garbage of a person, what cliché. Issei watched as the grandmother slowly died. Issei, and she died, well I will leave you. Issei stopped kicking Kotaru. Kotaru thought it was over. Issei, but I will take away what makes you special. Issei grabbed Kotaru's chest and cast an ancient magic that caused Kotaru's body to rise. Issei, I will get you out of that trash carrier. When he finished, a red-green crystal ball fell into Issei's hands. Drake, you got me out of him. How? Issei, I'll explain to you later. Issei, well, Grandma died. What will you do about it? You already know that nothing can kill me. You are weak. Kotaru lost what made him strong. Gora, why did you do it? Issei, what? Gora, because you did it, it was your grandmother, your family. Issei, my family is in my mansion right now calming down because of the actions your stupid are committed, and to answer you, you are not my family, you are not important to me, you are not worth more than trash, you are the same as her. If I wanted to I could kill you right now. Because of you I had to live the worst way possible trying to survive. I grew up without a home, without a family, and now that I have one, what else did your stupid son think of but sending mercenaries to hurt my family? I was calm, I didn't plan on doing anything to them, but of course you idiots think you can do everything without repercussions. I'm not going to kill you since I do keep my promise, and I promised the stupid old woman, so I won't do anything to you. But if you mess with my family again, I'm going to make the Hayate name disappear from the face of the earth. Issei left Kotaru on the ground bleeding and left. Issei returned to his house and saw his family. Issei, they won't mess with us again, but to make sure they're safe I'm going to train them. Rukia, Issei, we don't have it. Issei, or they do it after spending time with you. I've detected more power than can be felt in a human. You have secret gear, and you're going to know what they are. First imagine a power, the strongest thing that comes to mind. Both of you think, let's go. The three of them concentrated and a light began to shine on the three of them. In Rukia's hand a snow-white sword appeared, in Byakuya's hand the same, and in his Xana's the same. Issei, mind as I thought. Sodi no Shiryuki Senbenzakura and Tiamat. Byakuya, wow, incredible these are. Issei, those are their Zanpakuto. With that they can defend themselves, but they must learn to use it. I will help them with that, but that will be another day. For now let's go to sleep. Each one went to their room. In Issei's room he was on the balcony looking at the beach. Issei, mind I don't plan on losing my family, and I don't plan on letting them be hurt again, even if I have to destroy hell itself. Rukia saw Issei on the balcony and hugged him from behind. Issei, what's up, love? Rukia, let's go to sleep. Issei, come on. Issei and Rukia lay down on the bed hugging each other. Rukia, I love you. Issei, and I love you, Rukia. They kissed and fell asleep. End of the first season.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.